How's everyone doing? Georgia and Steve was very happy to see everyone today. Just move this here. Super thirsty. So welcome back, guys. Hello Small Human. Hello Alpha Werewolf. Hello Isaac. JJ Steve. Have you got a haircut? You look better than usual. I think he did get a haircut. I think he also shaved his legs. Or one leg at least. I think that was more appropriate. Got pretty much all my homework done now. Oh, excellent. So now you can relax, enjoy your enjoy your weekend. Just try to charge this controller, but I hate it when I need to use the cable because it kind of gets stuck because it's kind of awkward. But hey, it's what we need to do, right? So how's everyone doing? Getting ready for your quarantined weekend. As you can see, the quarantine beard is growing day by day. It's getting even more intense as we go on. So let me find where we got to. So yesterday we not entirely finished the grounds because there were some things that I still wanted to add. I still wanted to put like an ambulance here in the corner that leads to a car park. I also wanted to figure out what exactly I'm going to do back here. Maybe just add some more trees and actually build the actual buildings themselves. But I need to organise everything. So I think like I'm quite happy with roughly how everything turned out with the lady of the garden. I think it was pretty cool. And I'm not sure if this is a new sculpt because I noticed there was a video. I think it was Lady Lex. She did a video on like collections, and this was actually in one of the collections. It's called Cathedral Collection or something. So I think it's quite nice that this was actually made just as we needed it, to be honest. Perfect timing. And I noticed the other day that someone's actually been making a lot of brand new hospital equipment. So I don't know if that's because they've been watching the streams or if it's because they just happen to be making something in a hospital themselves. But it's quite cool because now we've got some extra things to look forward to now, which is always very handy. Yeah, I'll try to get some actual progress on my music this weekend. Excellent. I checked out your little cat song. Very, very good. I was purring. I was so delighted. Planning on hopefully picking up some new games this weekend. Hopefully. Streets of Rage 4. Streets of Rage 4. That's what you want. That's what you need. I haven't made any progress whatsoever on my game, so I don't really think I'll be able to send it to you in time for Saturday. Don't worry about it. When it's ready, we'll play it. You never know, I might get really productive between 12 and 2 AM. I mean, you can never rule it out. That tends to happen to me. Normally, I start to get really productive once it gets quite late at night. I don't know why, to be honest. It's just I just do not function properly when in the mornings, but for some reason when it gets to the night time everything just works, you know. Right, I think I broke this last time, so I need to try and fix it again. Right, hold on. Right, when this ends, play the next one, right? And as always, I need to update the sound, and I may as well just do the sound effects and the voices because depending on what people have used for their tracks, it might not be so good. So let me just skip ahead because you basically can't hear this track until around this sort of point here. Okay. Oh my god, yeah, I didn't expect to make a song worse than my first ever Dream song, but here it is. Is it really that difficult to make a Meow song? Maybe I'll challenge you. I'll try and make something myself. Wipe the floor with you. But it was a meme song, so yeah, you should make the Nyan Cat. That's the best. That's the best one. You should try and make something like that. For some reason, when I'm tired, I create godly stuff, and during the day, my stuff is just like, alright. You don't really think about it. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe you put too much thought into it. And then when you're more relaxed, you tend to create a bit better, I think. So today I'm going to try and make the cafeteria for the second building, because I feel like the main building's already kind of full. So if we try and fit a cafeteria in there, I think it's a bit too much, considering we've already got all the wards, we've got all the exam rooms, we've got the offices, things like that. So we there wasn't really much room to fit a cafeteria in, so I'll put the cafeteria in here, and it won't be exactly as you go through this door, because once you go through this door there'll be like a corridor, and then the corridor leads to the cafeteria. So as always, I'm just having fun deleting everything that we spent so long creating yesterday. Goodbye, farewell, we do not need you anymore. But every stream that passes, every environment that we kind of plan out, I get a little bit more and more excited, you know, because I feel like we're so close to not just to releasing the game, but to actually get something more concrete ready to show off. Whether or not there's going to be a demo released fairly soon, there will still be like a trailer or something to hype the project up, because I feel like the only real people that know about this project are obviously you guys who join in the streams. So I don't think this is a project that's really hyped for many other people, so that's one thing that I'm going to have to try and rectify. I'm going to try and get a trailer out just to tease the project. It won't really show much. Maybe it'll show like some of the environments that are more polished, add some voiceover work, and we can also do maybe like a little scene with like a zombie or something. But I'm excited to see how we move along with this. So I've just cleared out the area here. I'm going to save it just so we've got that done. So we'll just call this the cafeteria. So I don't know how long the cafeteria is going to take us to make. It's going to be not a huge cafeteria, but I think it has to be kind of decent size. And then I had the idea that I was going to add the kitchen, because we didn't add a kitchen to the diner area, so I thought it makes more sense if we make a kitchen in here, because the hospital is the main area that you're exploring, so it makes sense. So I'm thinking, you come in, there's a corridor, we've got the cafeteria, and then you can actually go into the kitchen, and then if you go upstairs, there's going to be some conference rooms. Maybe you can enter like maybe 2 of them, like a smaller one and a larger one, as well as a couple of little lab areas just for doing some other tests and things. So that's basically everything that's going to be in the second building. So I anticipate that it's probably going to take us like maybe another 2 weeks, and we'll finish everything in the second building, and then we can try and get the third building done within another couple of weeks, and then the underground lab. So we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. Yeah, it's difficult. Oh, we'll see. I'll try and do it. Try and make a cat song. You should add, oh god, 4B Horin C3 Abhorrence. Okay, sure, he's one of those fancy people that changes their name with numbers to the jukebox. Ah, okay. If it doesn't crash the game, I could definitely do that. Hello Atmosphere, welcome back to the stream. I hope you're having a great week. Hello Fortnite Gaming. Taking a break from Fortnite to come join us in Dreams today, that's fantastic. Welcome. The dogs are going crazy again. Are they your dogs? No, they're not. Like, I can't actually hear any dogs, so... It's just because I've got my earphones in, so... No, they're not my dogs, they're just like, I don't know, the neighbours from across the street, or... Some people walk their dogs past the house, so like it could be just random dog walkers for all I know, but... Hopefully it's not too loud. So what is your plot and stuff on the game, Little Big? Oh, okay, so if you don't really know much about the project, the first thing I can say is that if you've ever played the classic survival horror games like Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 0, Code Veronica, the first like 4 Silent Hill games, you'll kind of know roughly what to expect in terms of gameplay. We have a few different areas. So basically the city is, you know, there's a zombie outbreak. It's not just zombies, it's like, I'm making it so like there's a lot of different other kind of mutant-like creatures. And there's 2 different characters you can choose at the start of the game. A female character and a male character. And they both have their own unique story. And they both also start at a different section of the game. So the areas that we've kind of planned out so far is we have a streets area. So we've got like alleyways. We have a junkyard. We've got like a mechanics, a store, a restaurant, a basketball court, some other streets with some cars and things. And then you make your way to the hospital. And the hospital's kind of like split between 3 different buildings, and that's like the main core of the game in the hospital. A lot of people have been using the hospital to sort of use it as like a safe haven, but obviously it's not. And then, you know, true to like Resident Evil fashion, we're going to have some kind of secret lab near the end. So it does take a lot of inspiration from titles like Silent Hill and Resident Evil, but it does have its own original story, its own original enemies, and we're trying to make a game that feels like a proper game. Like, I don't want this just to be like a little Dreams game. I want this to be like a proper polished game, because we've been working on this for almost, I'd say, over like 5 months now. So by the end of this year, that'll be like a year more or less that we've been working on it. So by then I hope to have a really good game which you could, maybe not AAA game, but at least indie game quality. So that's what we're trying to achieve. We've got some fantastic voice actors. So normally when you think about a lot of video games like this, they have awful voice acting. Like that new game that came out on the PS4, it was called Daymare 1998. It's meant to be like an indie tribute to Resident Evil 2, and I was watching the trailer and the voice acting was so bad. It was like, yeah, we talk like this, you know, like I'll be proud to say that the voice acting in this game will be nowhere near that. It will be really good, because everyone that does voice acting for us is really top quality. So hopefully we'll have a good story, good campaign for both characters. There's going to be trophies in the game. There's going to be unlockables, so you can play through the game on harder difficulty modes, or you can find different new weapons, infinite ammo, different costumes. So that's 2 campaigns, lots of replayability. It's quite ambitious. I've not seen anyone make something quite like this yet. No doubt there's a lot of projects in the works right now, so I'm expecting to see a lot of big games coming out at the end of this year in Dreams. Because I'm kind of anticipating that if you do both campaigns, it could take anywhere between 6 to 10 hours maybe, plus all the replayability. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for. So right now we're just looking at a big blank space here. That's because every stream we always start a brand new area, and I'm going to make the cafeteria for the hospital, and if I've got more time I'll make another area or two. So that was like a really long-winded explanation, but we should have a trailer coming out possibly next month or in July once we've got enough content, and I'm also going to start putting more progress videos up. We've got 2 videos that show off the project, but I'm going to put out a 3rd one pretty soon, just for people that are new to the streams and they don't really know what's going on. This video will kind of recap everything that we've done. Hey J Bird, welcome. Hope you're having a great week. Are you doing anything nice in Dreams? LBA, did Whooshy message you about his project? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I guess he will later, but if he doesn't, oh well. Is this Baldi? I just joined. What do you mean by Baldi? I'm not sure what that means. Is it sad that I made a dream game in 10 hours that got over 1,000 likes? Well, 10 hours is a lot of time, and if it was a good game, or it was funny or whatever, I'm sure it deserved all the likes, to be honest. Abhorrence is a song by all those numbers, and it's actually fairly short. Yeah, I do like him. He creates a lot of good tracks, doesn't he? Yeah, I'll try and add it, as long as nothing breaks. What game is it? Atmosphere. Mickey Mouse's Massacre Maze. Well, I would definitely play that and like that. Well, I like how this game sounds. Oh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so damn good. Like the way that I create, it's not like other creators. Like you might see a lot of people that will make a scene or a gameplay scene and they'll make it look really good, and then they'll move on to part 2 and part 3 and I'm a bit different. I'm sort of doing the whole game from the ground up. So every area will look really basic to start off with. So most of the streams we're just doing, at the moment we're just doing level design, just to get a rough idea. It's not going to look pretty, it's just going to give us an idea of all the areas that we need to piece together for the entire game. So every room, every corridor, every area that you explore, we're going to make that on the stream. Once all that's done, then I'll go back, I'll start adding proper detail to the environments, and by that point, off stream, I'm going to be working a lot on the combat. I've already finished the inventory and some of the non-combat stuff, like picking up items, reading notes, going through doors. All that's pretty much done. So by the time we get back to really polishing all these areas, I'll start to implement the inventory, all the little gameplay mechanics and things, so everything will just suddenly come together. That's why I'm leaving the trailer until about June or July, and then there's going to be 2 different demos, one demo for each character, and the demo itself will have a lot of extras in it, so it will have a lot of replayability too, just to get people more hyped up for the project, because this game is a pretty ambitious game and it's a pretty long game. I'm trying my best to make it like a proper game, not like a 1 hour game. I'm talking like, could be 5 hours, could be more. So let's do this, let's make it happen. How many people working with you on it, Little Big? Because if you need help, I have a whole dev team that could help you. Well, if I'm being honest, like if I'm talking about like the logic and building everything, coming up with the story and all that kind of stuff, I'm pretty much alone for all that kind of stuff. I used to have a character sculptor who, I don't know if he felt too much pressure, but he I don't think he wants to do the project anymore, so I basically need to create my own characters now, which is really challenging for me. And yesterday we had our music composer leave the project, so again that's left me in a bit of a bind. But luckily there's some of you guys in the stream that want to try and help out with the OST, with the music, so that's definitely a huge help for me. So basically at the moment, the only help that I have is some help with music, and some help with lighting by Intra Attack Out. Everything else in the game, I'm just making this solo, and you know, it's a lot of hard work, but considering we're creating this in the streams, you know, every week, so it's keeping me motivated, keeps me going, and you know, every month I can kind of see some progress, you know. So I mean, if your dev team wants to help with some assets, maybe, like, there's a lot of things that I need for the hospital, like different hospital equipment and stuff. If there's anyone that can sculpt really nice looking intricate things, or if there's anyone who's good at texturing, so if they can paint, you know, like say for this wall example, I'll build a better wall, but once I build a wall I kind of need to paint it and, you know, make it look more realistic. So if there's anyone that can do that, that would definitely help me a lot. My game's going to be pretty big, honestly, LB. I'm going to add multiple choice doors that all lead to different endings, and I'll have it branch out like crazy. This is a very ambitious project, but I'm going to try my best to get it done. That does sound ambitious. Just don't get confused about how all the paths that you need to take, and you're like, does that path go there or there, you know? Hopefully you're mapping it out on paper so you can see exactly where you're going to go. LBA makes the level layouts, the design, logic, etc. I will foreseeably make the OST. Intra Attack Out does the lighting, and there are various voice actors whose names I forgot. Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot. I think Bunny Bia, Sean Lenhart. Oh, see, you're remembering some people's names. That's good. Yeah, Debonair Toast as well. She does a lot of great voice acting for us. And Intra Attack Out, he also does some voice acting, which is nice. He's going to voice act a character. Our character sculptor was Sloppy X Dew. He did voice acting for us in the past. Maybe he'll come back and do voice acting again, because it's a little easier than, you know, sculpting all your characters. So I'll ask him, but I definitely need a couple more voice actors. I was thinking about asking, is it Keld B. Jones and Bella Iris, I think, because it's really hard to find more female voice actors as well. So I was going to try and ask those two if they wanted to voice characters. Their characters would be like side characters, so it's not like they would have a ton of lines to do, considering the project's getting close to finishing. So, but generally the voice cast is more or less done. I'm going to be in the game. I'm going to be a secret character. I'm not going to tell anybody what it is, but I'm in the game. Meet. It's going to be good. I saw that Bunny Bia has no creations and is level 1. Did she get Dreams just to voice act or something? No, she actually plays Little Big Planet. She doesn't play Dreams. So basically, I just record the lines, and that's it. She doesn't like Dreams. She doesn't like 3D games in general. That's why she prefers LBP. It's more accessible. It's 2D, I guess. So usually I only link channels, the accounts, to people that actually create on Dreams. I have a few good sculptors. Oh, nice. Do you have any examples you could show me? Because that would be certainly interesting. We'll help it out as much as we have. LB music, sculpts, anything. Yeah, I think once we get to the crunch period, where I'm like, okay, I've got the game finished, you know, all the cutscenes are done, the gameplay's done, most of the environments are done, but then if I'm like, okay, I need to update the graphics, I need to, you know, better textures, or I need people to sculpt certain things for a room or whatever, by all means you can do that, and you can publicly share it with all of Dreams. It doesn't have to be exclusive, so you can happily do that. But I'll let you guys know, you know, obviously nearer the time, because I'm going to help out as much as I can, because I do want to sculpt my own things as well to practice. But I also want to what do you call it? Do most of the other game as well, you know. Right, guys. Oh, hopefully You'll all bail on me at the end, don't worry. Music love. Alright, I'll ask them if they are up to it. I hope they can help out. But possibly not, because we are trying to work on like 3 games right now. 3 games! That's a lot of games. It's a hell of a lot of games. Yeah, like, don't worry, I'm not asking you guys to jump on and work on this heavily. I'm going to take that burden, you know, as Frodo Baggins says, this is my burden to bear. So I'm going to try and make this game as much as I can solo, and then if we can get any additional help along the way, great, it's going to help me. But I'm determined to get this game finished by the end of the year, no matter what. So the quality will definitely increase, and I'll be less stressed out if I get help. But don't worry, you don't need to pressure yourself. Hello, has a big head. You have a big head. When's the release? Well, there's no confirmed date yet, but I do want it out before the end of the year. So we're looking like the very end of November or the beginning of December. That's basically the time frame. There will be 2 demos coming out and a few trailers. I'm kind of thinking about the demos will probably be in September, the end of September and the end of October. And then we'll have a trailer or 2 before and after those. So the game is, I'm determined to get it out by the end of the year, so I do not want to delay it till next year, unless it's like a disaster and I have no choice. But I'm quietly confident if I keep working on this almost every day, then I can definitely see it getting finished. I'm terrible at everything in Dreams, but I'll definitely help with ideas and moral support. Well, that's also extremely vital. You know, I couldn't do it without you guys and your support. If you need a kid voice actor, I'm here. I have an okay microphone, I guess. I mean, I don't really have any children in the game. Someone asked me that yesterday, and I basically said there's not going to be any child zombies because I'm afraid that, you know, I might get attacked for, you know, allowing you to kill children in a game. So I'm trying to avoid that kind of thing. If I find like a way to incorporate, you know, a child into the game, like maybe one of the characters has a son or a daughter, and there's like a, you know, like a phone call, like a message on the phone or something, or like a flashback scene or something. Because I'm still working on the ideas for the cutscenes right now, so anything can change. Plot twist: LB voices John Jerry Steve. Well, maybe I just voice his leg, you know, because that has a whole entity of its own. I predicted it. Well, let's see what happens then, shall we? Wouldn't surprise me, Small Who Man. I could do the hospital hell zombie groans during crunch time. That would be perfect, yeah. Just put them on constant loop. Fire like 5 different groans on top of each other. One person in my dev team is really good at character sculpting, like muscles and other body stuff. I feel like I'm okay with bodies because you can actually search for, like, if I put in like, let's say a male template maybe. This is how I was finding stuff, so like if you want something crazy you can go like that, but generally I was finding stuff like this. So here's a really muscular guy, this is like a lean kind of guy, so, and then you can also get the female versions of them as well. So I feel like I'm okay for bodies. It's just more for like clothes and texturing. So like if they have damage on their clothes, or, you know, I just want it to look realistic, you know, or like the makeup on their face, it has to be, you know, good. And then mostly the environments, like, because normally I search for things that I can use. If something doesn't fit or I can't find what I'm looking for, then obviously I need to make it myself, but that's what I'm leaving to the end, because like the graphics are important, but as long as the game's working, that's the priority at the moment. Hey, Scheme Costs! I could help with the level design polishing stage if you need it. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely do that if you're good at texturing or creating new objects and things. So for example, like if we wanted to replace like the bookshelf. I don't know. Make it more, because the bookshelf we used for the office, it's a bit cartoony. So like if we try to like redo it and make it look more realistic, things like that, you know, just to touch everything up. I don't mean like kid zombies, I mean like Ellie in The Last of Us. Oh, okay, like a young teen kind of thing. Okay. Ellie is another playable character with some side missions, and she's like the character that always ends up in trouble. Oh yeah. Big trouble, no doubt. I can't wait to see her, the rest of her adventure. Right, so let me make a start on this cafeteria. So as always, if anyone makes a track called table, it's going to come up. So let me see if I can just put cafeteria up just to see if there's like a group of things. Wow, big thermal there. So at least we've got something that we can use. Like for example, right, this is what I mean. We can use this for the game. I have no problem with using this for the game, but obviously it looks very cartoony. It would look very out of place. So basically we would have to remix this and redo, you know, repaint it, or just completely remake something from scratch. But I don't want to make everything from scratch right now because it's a bit of a waste of time. I'd rather we finalised what the area looked like first before we actually did anything. So when you come out from the courtyard, the grounds, we're going to come in here. There's going to be a corridor, an extra door here, and then so this is like how the cafeteria is going to look from here. So I'll put a few of these. Let me see the size of that. Maybe like that. Maybe that'll be okay. Right, so we'll just put like a few of these. I don't know how expansive I'm going to make this cafeteria yet, so I'll just like copy a few of these out for now, and then we can adjust if we need to. So now we need to get some tables. Let's see. If I put in like a kitchen table, maybe it might be a bit easier to find things, or not. Let me see, because we don't want like a table that's for your house, you know. If I put in like restaurant, maybe. Restaurant. See, we've got things like this. We used this in the little diner level we made, but I'm going to make a kitchen area, so I'm going to leave this for the kitchen area. Restaurant assets. Oh, that's actually really good. And if anyone's looking for a musical track that's about a street corner restaurant, you've got it. So let's see. Start your own restaurant without the risk of crippling debt. Okay. Right, so we've got a bunch of stuff here. Oh, look at that. I always say this, but I feel like the food in Dreams is like the best graphics. It has the best graphics. Because I mean, I think it really does look like food, you know. Looks really detailed. I don't like sushi. So this is mostly for the food, so we're not really looking for food. As much as this is very appetizing, and I'm sure you would stare at the screen all day looking at this stuff. What the hell is that? Why is there green stuff in my cake? That's very strange. Right, let me see it. Like, ooh, you know it's a creepy game when you've got a table with a big red tablecloth. Right, nothing too fancy, because this is a hospital after all. So maybe something more like this. I'd maybe replace the chairs, but I mean the table's okay. We've got some different floors here, which is pretty handy. I don't know what that is, but okay. I think the person who made this loves sushi, because I feel like that's like predominantly what we're looking at here. So yeah, we've got the kitchen and stuff. Right, I'll just put this down for now, just to try and see how much stuff we can find. I'm not entirely going to use this asset, but I think like the shape of the table is quite good. Is that not a bit weird? Like how the pole is like, it's not exactly in the middle. I don't know, does that bug anybody? That pole's like off to the side. I'm no architect, so I don't know if that actually physically works, but for me it's a bit strange. So yeah, I could just use this round table and then just change the colour basically. And then we've got a round table, we've got a rectangle table, we've got some chairs which I may change anyway. Is there anything else here we can use whilst we're here? Just to have a little quick look. I like that, the graphics on that, it's quite nice. I think when you make something shiny, it actually does look really good. Pretzels. I'm not a fan of the chocolate pretzels. I prefer regular pretzels because, I mean, come on, pretzels are meant to be salty, right? And you've got some macarons. Apparently these are really hard to make in real life. Like, most desserts you can make in your kitchen, but this one is actually a bit more difficult. I think there's like a technique to it. I think you need like a certain oven or something. So I'm not sure if I'm going to leave food around the kitchen, because in the restaurant we had some food, but I just don't know if I'm going to put food on the table here. Maybe I could put food that's kind of rotten and it has like some flies and stuff, you know, kind of disgusting. Right, hold on. Let me see if I put the restaurant back in, and then I just search for collections. Yeah, it's literally just one. I feel like the people that actually make collections, I have a lot of appreciation for them, because it actually does save you a lot of time. Because if you're just searching for everything, then I'm searching for like a table or whatever. I'm like going all the way through, you know, this massive list. It's so boring. But at least then, if somebody made a collection, it saves a lot of time. So I'll see if there's any more chairs we can use that look a bit better, maybe. I mean, it's a bit of a funky chair, but I could see that being used in a hospital, to be honest. Kind of cheap kind of chair. And if you want a 12 chair, lovely. Right. See what I mean? It's really difficult to find a chair that you're looking for, because calling something a chair, it's so vague. And if people don't name their, for example, look, it just says chair, you know, like, it is just a chair, but like, if people don't specify what it is, I guess it's harder to find exactly what you're looking for, like for filtering reasons. Is there any collections of chairs? See, like, there's a big collection here. It saves me. It means we can have a good look at a lot of different chairs all in the one go. It's like a school chair. How fancy that chair is. Fancy, eh? I mean, the hospital could use these as well. You know, it's like really cheap kind of chairs. It's possible. Let me see in here. Is there anything new in this collection? I mean, maybe. That looks quite nice. Like, it looks simple, but it has a nice design, so maybe that would be quite interesting to use. You know, it's a bit more detailed, less bland. Maybe this could work. So we'll just go with this just now, and we'll see how it looks. Hey Crooked Vulture, hope you're having a great week. Trust MM to create the best food engine. They never stop eating cake. Exactly. I think that's how they prototyped everything. They thought, you know, how can we make the best cake engine, but disguise it as a game engine. Right, I think I finished all these tracks, didn't I? Okay. Let's go for back to the classic Silent Hill jukebox. Get some nostalgia, get some dog tunes. LBA, stop browsing food, because I'm getting hungry. I know. That's what I should do. I should just do a food stream one day. We can just all admire the food, you know, and we can eat together and enjoy digital Matrix style food. Yes, I love eating a dinner plate. Crunch crunch. I'm not sure what it was. I watched something, I don't know if it was a movie or a TV show, but someone actually ate the plate, and I'm like, what the hell, crazy guy. I'll probably ask R832 for a collab after the stream. Go for it. Make some creepy ass music for me, please. Back to Man is currently feeling pretty down, so we'll collab whenever he feels better / good again. Alright, that's a shame. I never like to hear when people are feeling a bit down or depressed or whatever. It's kind of sucks. Let me just turn this back up a little bit. Every jukebox has a different volume, it would seem. Yeah, but I mean, the tracks that we're working on, Isaac, how awesome would it be if Back to Man took a little look once we had all the tracks finished, and then he could like add a little bit more, a flair to it, you know, and then we can release the music videos. How good would that be? The next chair I make will be called Dark Plywood Chair to fit under a desk with pillow. Perfect. Now you've got more specific, so I can find exactly what I'm looking for. That's it. I can't believe the food people are creating. That is a good title for a video, actually. I don't know if that even exists yet. Yeah, me neither. LBA, it really sucks indeed. Yeah. That's I feel very fortunate because, like, you know, I can feel down sometimes too, but I don't think I've ever, you know, suffered, you know, as much as some people have. I think I'm quite fortunate. Hold on, how far do I need to scope in to delete bloody chairs? Honest to God. That's another feature I would like Media Molecule to implement. Say when you scope in, I would like there to be a number, like layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 5, like 3 out of 8. That way I know exactly how far or how, you know, much I can go back. Dog tune! Here's the dog tune. Enjoy. I don't know why there's a plant here, I don't really need this, but alright. See what I mean? I'm like deleting things, I don't know how far back I need to go. Let's see, can we just like... How do we change the colour of this table? Let's just make it white. Boring, right? Some kind of boring cream colour. Right, there you go. Looks lovely, doesn't it? It looks so inviting. Make it really rough, a rough table. I'll just leave it default all the way. So I'll use some of these tables, and I think I'll go with these chairs. So let me see. I'm gonna have to put my grid down a bit. Sort of like waist height, A table's normally like waist height, right? Unless you're like a giant, like Isaac. I think this is how it normally works. I think the chair's maybe a bit wide, but considering this puppet, he's a bit thin, so when you consider he's got like wider legs in real life and he's got clothes on, I think this size of chair would be kind of normal. But let me put it down just a little bit. We'll just put it like that. Alright. So I'll try and get a structure for this. Do a mix of circular tables and some rectangle ones. So let me just... Oh, what did I do? I did something wrong. I'll take this chair out just in case we use it. How good is the Silent Hill soundtrack? It's unbelievably good. Unbelievably. One of the best soundtracks ever made. Silent Hill 2. If you've never listened to the soundtrack of Silent Hill 2, do it immediately because it is that perfect, honestly. It's that good. So I think I'll split the cafeteria up. I'll put the circle chair tables on one side, the rectangle tables on the other side, so we're not like mixing too much. So I'll start to put like some of these over here. Yeah, you might hear me humming some of these tracks in a really bad fashion, but damn, they're so good. Right, so these are the chairs that we've got. These are more basic chairs. This is a bit more fancy. Quite like these chairs, but I don't know if I'll keep these chairs exclusive to the round table, and then maybe do different chairs for the rectangle tables, just to make the environment look a bit varied, a bit different, you know. And obviously everybody wants the round tables. They want the nice chairs. So I think, like, I don't know which chair to use, to be honest. It doesn't really matter at this stage, but I like to try and plan everything out in advance. So we'll go with this chair just now, and we'll see if it fits the style, I guess. Right, you come over here. Don't you wander off like you always do. Right. Maybe that's acceptable. I feel like the table could maybe be... maybe not that big. No, not that big. God damn it. Right, just leave it. Maybe if I get more electronic songs out, that JD Thumbs Up, I could collab with him as well. I know you've got to impress JD, your crush. You've got to impress him if you want to work with the best. Dog song, yo. Oh yeah, the dog song is always the best. Silent Hill 2's soundtrack is amazing. Was just going to say this when you did. It's perfect. I was actually listening to it recently, and like every track is perfect. Like even the ambient tracks are really, really good. Hello, Young Text. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great week. Are you making anything nice in Dreams? How long will this game be? So do you mean in terms of how long to complete the game, or how long until we release the game? I'll answer both, just in case. So to complete this game, there's basically two different characters that you can choose from. Both have their own story. So technically you can complete the game twice. So I'm going to count that. So every character, it depends if you rush through the game, but you have a lot to explore, to solve. Maybe you die a few times. So I'm estimating that, considering there's going to be cutscenes and stuff, maybe this game takes like, I'm hoping like 4 to 5 hours per character. So if you take both characters to experience all of the story, it's probably going to take like 10 hours. Plus there's unlockables, trophies, there's a lot of replayability. So I'm trying to make sure that this game really has a lot of, you know, meat to the bones. If you meant when is the game going to get released, we're aiming for like the end of November, beginning of December. So it's hopefully it's not too long to go. What's up, Young Text? Funny seeing you here. Is Silent Hill 2 your fave game OST of all time? I love Skyrim and Bloodborne's music. Is it my favourite of all time? It's hard to say favourite of all time because there's a few really good soundtracks. Because I love the music in Resident Evil, I love the music in Final Fantasy, I love the music in Metal Gear Solid. There's a few other games which I'm probably just forgetting about. Even there's other games like that took me by surprise, like Okami. I think that has a really good soundtrack. And geez, try to think about. There's a lot of games with good soundtracks. But you'll probably see that my style is more. It's not so realistic, you know. When it comes to the Bloodborne soundtrack, that soundtrack's really nice. Really, really good. The Skyrim one, I guess there's some tracks that are pretty cool. I don't normally listen to a lot of orchestral music, so maybe that's my problem. But I think, yeah, it's mostly like tunes that have some kind of depth to them, you know? Some kind of emotion. It's the ones I always remember. Anyway. I should maybe make a video one day just talking about my my favourite. What the hell happened here to that table? I think it was like out of sync maybe. Yeah, I should make like a video one day or something just talking about my favourite soundtracks. I need to have a good think about it. Right, let's make these tables spacious between, but not so spacious, right? So let me just like flip this round just to get an idea of if someone was sitting here. Because don't you just hate that when you're sitting in a crowded space to eat lunch and the person behind you is like taking up all the space? Oh god, you feel so cramped, don't you? I'll be nice, I'll be generous. So I can actually use this to block off the path so you don't actually go between all the tables, just some of them. So I could definitely do that so that you can't actually walk past them all. That's a nice length. Oh yeah. I mean, like, we're still making shorter dreams throughout the year, things that will last like 30 minutes, an hour, these kind of things. But this project in particular, we'll be making it for 5 months now, and it's going to be finished by the end of the year, so like a full year basically. And the whole point of this game is to try and make something that is similar to a real game that you would find on the PlayStation Store, like an indie game or something. So, you know, it's going to have everything you would expect. All the features, the options, the cutscenes, the gameplay. Everything that you would expect, really. I'm not going to make this like a Dreams game. I'm going to make this like, you know, like a proper game. And just need to wait and see if it turns out the way that I envision. But if you don't try, you'll never get there, right? So, right, I'll make a couple more of these tables side by side, I think. Don't you just love Silent Hill? So perfect. If anyone's creeped out by Silent Hill, you don't know what you're missing. It's perfection. But the thing is, I always grew up with Resident Evil. When I was younger, it was always Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, Veronica. I didn't actually play Silent Hill until later, when I was a bit older. So that's why I'm more of a Resident Evil fan than a Silent Hill fan. But I do really like Silent Hill. I can really appreciate how damn good it is. So it's just that you always hear me talk about Resident Evil just because that's what I grew up playing, you know, mostly in my childhood. I can still remember the first time I ever played Resident Evil. Oh my god, it was like the most horrific experience ever. One of my friends, he you know him in the chat, Jinkies Gaming, he had Resident Evil 2, and I think at some point or my uncle maybe had Resident Evil 3. So I used to play Resident Evil 2 in Jinkage Gaming's house when we were kids. And back then there was like 2 discs, so you could choose between both characters, Leon and Claire, depending on the disc that you chose. And I always remember like when we came up against the lickers and we heard like the tapping of the nails on the floor. We were like, oh god, we were like dreading entering every single room. And I remember one day I was in, like, if anyone's from the UK, I don't know if this exists outside the UK, but I don't even think this store exists today in the UK, but there used to be like a Virgin mega store, and I went into one of those and I saw the bargain games, and there were games that were like really cheap for like £10, and I found the first Resident Evil, which had a really dodgy front cover in the UK because it was like Chris Redfield holding a shotgun and like this weird kind of wallpaper behind him, and he has like this really weird expression on his face, like, you know, like, did not look human. I'm like, what the hell is that supposed to be? But I got the first game just because I played the second with my friend, and I still remember going up into the second floor, going into the hallway, and you just hear like that music that comes on. It's so haunting. And then you just hear like the zombies walking on the carpet and stuff, and you can't see them because the camera's like not focused on them. Ah man, those were the days. If I can try and replicate something similar to those days, oh man, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Hello, Future Cloud. Please don't break the stream. Every time you join, for some reason, our stream always totally exploded. So let me change the jukebox again. We're going to put on, this is the only music that we have that's from outside of Dreams. All the other music was made inside Dreams. I only imported this when I had the option, because Resident Evil was awesome, you know. So here we've got some classic Resident Evil 3 tracks, which I like. I love the music in Resident Evil, so, you know, I love Resident Evil. Some mates say I'm, you know, too much of a die-hard fan, bit of a biased fan, but such a good game. But I can still criticise Resident Evil. Resident Evil 6 was, you know, not too good. So I'm not playing favourites. I can criticise. But yeah, love Resident Evil. Love me some Resident Evil. Even the spin-offs, like, even the bad spin-offs, like, has anyone ever played the PS1 game, Resident Evil Survivor? It's basically like a first-person game, but you can't save your game for some weird reason. There's no password system, there's no save game. Basically, you need to finish that entire game without dying. It's insane. We still tried and we always failed. We always got to like the really hard part in the game, and we'd always die. And I think they made a sequel on the PS2 called well, Survivor 2, but it was like based in Code Veronica, I think. And hold on, I think I started the other music track here. But yeah, it was basically before Resident Evil 7. There were first person Resident Evil games, and they were pretty awful. But even then, I played them. I feel like that track's still playing even though I turned the track off. That's weird. Creepy. Hold on, I'll reset that again. So remember this track from the police station, the save room theme? MGS, woo. Oh yeah, Metal Gear Solid. It's like, same with that, like, I feel sad because, like, if a lot of people try and play Resident Evil, Metal Gear Solid 1 today, they'd probably think, oh, the graphics suck, you know, like, and I'm like, no, give it a chance. Like, the story is amazing, the characters and everything, it's perfect perfect. Don't let graphics put you off. But a lot of people will be like, you know, don't care, you know, which is such a shame because the game has like one of the best stories ever made. Honestly, it's that good. I feel kind of sad, but hey, at least I got to experience it, you know. It's that good of a game. They don't make games like it anymore, you know. Because even if you play like Metal Gear Solid 5, it's a good game, but the story's not the same, you know. It's not, you know, it's like, because as we're becoming like, we're getting more into like the modern type of storytelling, and it's not always good, but it is really hard to find a good story in a game in general. Like even Resident Evil, it doesn't have a good story. That gets a pass just because it has good atmosphere, because I feel like you can tell a story with good atmosphere as well. You don't just need cutscenes. You can actually, you know, as long as you make the player feel like they're part of a, you know, a living, breathing world. It's like even just listening to this track right now, if you can hear it in the background, like, I don't know, it just has something to it, you know, that just makes me think, wow, you know, that's something special. But here I am gushing over Resident Evil. I don't even know how many of you guys even like Resident Evil. If you don't like classic Resident Evil or Silent Hill, then uh-oh, this game's not going to do well. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of good game music to choose from. Oh yeah, like normally when I create off stream, I like to listen to music, and I started to listen to some soundtracks, and I guess some modern soundtracks that I really like is the Mass Effect trilogy. That's really good. If you also play the latest Deus Ex games, so what was it, Mankind Divided, and what was the one before it, Human Revolution. Those two soundtracks, so epic, honestly. If you want to get inspired for a sci-fi game, or just enjoy something that is really epic, go for those. And also the Batman Arkham games, they have a really good soundtrack as well. I genuinely like soundtracks that are a little bit more dark, I guess. But so good. Let me just copy a chair here just to see if that. Put that there, and I'll move this just to give us a bit more space for another chair. Okie dokie. Man, I feel like just making this entire game, it's like I'm getting hit with so much nostalgia, you know? It's taking me back. It's been such a long time since I played a classic survival horror game, like a brand new one, you know, because they just don't make them anymore. It's all action based nowadays. So I'm making this game for you guys, but at the same time I'm making it for me as well, because even if it is a game that I've made and, you know, I know everything that's going to happen, where to go, the fact that I can still play a brand new survival horror game, it's kind of get to that chair, it's kind of therapeutic for me. I feel like a lot of modern games don't have memorable soundtracks compared to old games. Yeah, not so much. I feel like I don't know if it's just down to opinion, but yeah, they try and be more modern, you know, like more real. Like if you look at the soundtrack for the Resident Evil 2 remake, I don't like it because it's like it basically doesn't have a soundtrack because it's very minimalist. You know, you don't really hear much. I don't like that. I like the classic Resident Evil music. And if you go into the save room in the Resident Evil 2 remake, the save room, the remix version of the save room plays, but after it plays, it finishes. It doesn't play again. But if you go into the save room in Resident Evil 3 remake, they loop the track over and over, which I think a lot of fans were asking for because it was far too short on the other remake. In fact, I was going to leave that space because I wanted to have a space here so people could, you know, go to and from the kitchen here. But I guess I can put more tables here. I mean, the hostel's kind of big, so I feel like I could maybe make an extra row here. And I think that's a good size because it's not like a high school where it needs to be huge. I think like it's a good size. So I'll copy another block of these. And at the same time, we've got to think about gameplay. We don't want to create like a cafeteria that's so massive that, you know, it forces the player to walk, you know, maybe a little too much. So we need to keep in mind that the player is lazy, right? That's what you need to do when you make games, right? Always assume the player's lazy. Make it as easy as possible, because these classic survival horror games, they have a lot of backtracking. So it's like you'll return to areas that you've already been to before in order to unlock new areas or to find different things. Or maybe you, like say I put an item on this table, maybe you didn't see it, maybe you passed it, and then you're like, where the hell is that key that I need for that room? And then you're going to have to explore and come back, and then, oh damn, the key's on this table. So I'm going to try and like reduce the amount of backtracking that you need to do in the game. Try and make it, you know, as fluid as I possibly can. I mean, no promises that I'll make something perfect, but that's what I mean. Like, I want to create something that's like a classic survival horror, but at the same time have modern elements that kind of make sense, you know. So like the backtracking, for example, try and make it a bit easier for people. Right, so I think I'll put like the kitchen door here. I just need to find a different door because I don't think that door is very appropriate for a kitchen. And I guess we can get some vending machines again. So I'll probably put some like trays here, so like maybe there's like a bin here, and you know, you get those metallic shelves that you can put your trays on, you know, because people are too lazy to put things away, so they just fire them there. And then I guess I'll put the vending machines like across the back, a back wall here, and then the kitchen door will go here. Maybe put like a clock here. Maybe like, I don't know if I can find like some kind of menu chart, because we struggle to find it in the diner scene. Maybe like some pictures of like food or something. If someone can paint some food for me, fantastic. Oops, don't delete that. Maybe I'll keep an extra door here because I feel like one entrance to the canteen, I want to keep maybe 2 entrances. But I think I'm going to keep this side locked. So I'll bring this over here just now. But we need to get the vending machines again. So we had some vending machines when we did the small reception area. So I definitely know there are some ones to choose from. Agreed alpha, most of it is generic and forgettable. Yeah, just like Darksiders 2. I'm kidding, I know that's your favourite. Generic and forgettable, just like the games themselves. Yeah, there's no heart, there's no soul, there's no passion. My mum and I played the Silent Hill 1 demo together. We loved it so much, so bought it for me for Christmas. Oh, very nice. I still remember that demo. I played the demo. And and then my uncle had the first game. So because it was his, I didn't get to play it all the time. But oh man, I can still hear the ringing in my ears. You know the ringing that I'm talking about? You know, when you're searching through the alleyway and all you can hear is that ringing noise. Oh. And that, what about that scene when you're in the diner, in the window? Can you remember? Oh, that was like one of the first times I properly shat myself in my life was in that diner, because I honestly like wasn't expecting it. She insisted I play it at 12 AM on Christmas Day. Wow, that's a dedicated mum. Your mum sounds pretty cool. She lets you play video games whenever you want, and survival horror games as well. I must have been 10 or something. Wow, so she properly tried to scare the shit out of you. Yeah, why don't you try like one of the scariest games of the generation? Play it at 12 at night, in the dark. Don't have nightmares. I've noticed something about modern game soundtracks. It seems like a lot of them have one very recognisable song, and the rest are not very good. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really paid attention to a lot of soundtracks, but it's like, if you think about Skyrim, it's like Skyrim has like that classic track, but then I couldn't honestly tell you any other track from the game, but I didn't really pay attention, so I must break the stream. Do not do this. Do not do this. I think it was a bad week for PSN, because like that entire week there was loads of problems like disconnecting and streams failing to actually start, so hopefully it was like a one-off thing. But it's been all good. This week has been good. We did have like a timeout error down here within Dreams, but it didn't affect the stream or anything, so hopefully that's not a problem. But I did plug in the cable just to make sure this time. Here comes Nemesis, better watch out. All of it is unrecognisable to me. I mean, watch the trailer, you'll recognise one of the tracks. You need some social distancing on those tables. That's a good point. That's a good point. Maybe I should put like some fire in between each row. That way that would definitely encourage distancing. It would also burn off any infections. I didn't have a memory card on my PS2. I left it on overnight when I was playing MGS2. That reminds me of Jenkins Gaming. Me and him, we were playing Resident Evil 2, and we were so bad at the game, to be honest. Like, there was no game like that at the time. It was basically the Dark Souls of our generation, and we were dying all the time. And one day he started a new game on his own, and he got quite far, but he didn't have a memory card, so he left the PlayStation on overnight. And then when he went to play the PlayStation the next day, it froze. So he was like, oh, you know, like I left it on all night for nothing. So yeah, don't leave your PlayStation 1 on overnight. I don't think it can handle it. Especially if you're playing Resident Evil. It does not want you to cheat. But yeah, how crazy was that? You used to have to buy memory cards to save your game. You could genuinely play without a memory card. You know, like, it's unthinkable these days to play without a memory card. Witcher 3's music is great too. Skellige Isles music takes you straight there. I still need to play Witcher 3. I've played the first two games. The only reason why I haven't played the third game yet is because I want to read and finish all the books first, because I get told that the third game ties in more with the books than the first two games. And also I'm leaving all of my RPG games for my backlog, so things like The Witcher 3, Fallout 4, Dragon Age 3, all these things, I'm going to leave them to the end. Even Red Dead Redemption 2, all the long games, I'm going to leave them to the end of my backlog. Maybe I'll even stream them, because it's it would definitely motivate me to get through some kind of game like that. And considering they're open world games, anything can happen. Don't forget about Resident Evil Dead Aim. Dead Aim, I didn't play Dead Aim. I think that was on a ship, wasn't it? But it was weird, that game, because it was like first person, but then it was like third person at the same time. I never played it, unfortunately. But I did watch a playthrough on YouTube, and the colour scheme was very grey. I'll just say that, like the whole game. What about Goat Simulator OST? Never heard it. You know, like, I always take the games from PlayStation Plus. I always make a point that even if you think you won't play a game, just take it because it's free, and you never know, one day if you're bored you might give a game a shot for like one day or something. But Goat Simulator was the only game I refused to take because I know, Small Who Man, I know you like your ragdoll games. They're not really my thing, so this Goat Simulator thing, I was like, no way, I ain't playing this. It's like, it's going to frustrate me, you know? There's no structure. I just can't get into it, so I refused. That's the only game I've ever refused to download on PlayStation Plus, and I don't regret it, because I do not want to play that. And when I had, I tried the trial of PlayStation Now, and I tried the, what's that game? I Am Bread. Oh my god, don't even play that game. Like, you have to control the bread, and every button goes to like the corner of the bread, you know, and it's like the different sides of each corner, and oh my god, you need to make it walk and climb walls and jump. And anyone that goes for the platinum on I Am Bread, you are insane. I tried the first, not even the first level, the tutorial, and I had enough. No way am I playing that again, no way. Plenty of modern games have great OSTs, in my opinion. I suppose you need to properly look to find them. MGS5 is not good. Well, I love MGS5. I love the gameplay. Like, it's so smooth, so fluid, so fun. It's like an advanced version of Peace Walker. The only thing I don't really appreciate in MGS5 is just the story, because it's like, it's okay. But I think the gameplay, perfect. Like, I could just play the game for fun, and that's good for me. On that note, tons of people praising Destiny 2's OST, but I think it's incredibly generic. I've never listened to the OST from start to finish, but it does have a few tracks that are quite memorable. The gameplay of MGS5 was good. The story was definitely not amazing though. Yeah, I think you tried something different with the story, especially the cutscenes. Keep them nice and short. But there's a nice twist to MGS5, which I'm sure some of us can appreciate, especially if you play it through to the very end. Because after you have the ending, there's more afterwards, which is kind of essential. How is it generic? Name a single other game OST written on authentic medieval instruments. Is it all medieval instruments? Oh well. I never really played Resident Evil. I was Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hill, Devil May Cry. Yeah, I loved all those games too. Devil May Cry 3 was perfect. But yeah, I love Resident Evil. So good. Sorry Crooked, I just don't find it enjoyable to listen to. Doesn't sound any different than most medieval games I've played. Hey Crack, how are you doing? Keep up the good work. Yeah, we'll do. I mean, we've got a rough layout for this cafeteria. I'm just trying to quickly catch up with the chat before I go too far behind. But I'm going to get more of the vending machines here, a different door here, maybe some food and cans and things to put on the tables, just so they're not so empty. Devil May Cry is a great series. Still need to play 5 though. I've only played a little bit of 5, like 4 or 5 chapters. The game wasn't mine. Again, it's in my backlog, so I've played them and completed them all except from the second game. Not because of bad reviews, just coincidentally I just never played the second game, but after I read the reviews I realised, okay, this is probably not that good a game. Devil May Cry 3 is still my favourite. Devil May Cry 5 is good, but not great. A lot of people were raving about the 5th game as well, actually. But yeah, the third game is so good. I can't remember the name, but there's, you know, the swords you get, and they actually talk as you're like, you know, doing the combos and stuff. And they're like, oh, and then they say something, and then he goes like, shut up! You know, I thought that was quite funny. I actually very recently played through Devil May Cry 5. Brilliant game. We'll platinum that as well when I can. Yeah, good luck with that. You need to be pretty damn good at the combat, I think. Devil May Cry 3 is so tough, but it has so many good parts. Oh yeah. It's really fun. And I like the fact that, because the first game, Dante's quite boring. It's quite dull, but in the third game he's like, you know, suddenly he's got a personality. Which doesn't make sense in the timeline, because like the third game he's got a personality, and then suddenly the first game he's like, oh, depressing, my life is over. And then the fourth game, he's not quite as, you know, eccentric, but he's still pretty cool. That opening cutscene in Devil May Cry 4, where Dante and Nero meet each other, that was like really epic. Especially the music, so good. I never thought Devil May Cry 5 was hard until Dante Must Die difficulty. I didn't even attempt that. Screw that. You know what Devil May Cry game isn't hard? Devil May Cry 2. I still haven't played it, but I do have the HD collection on the PS3, so maybe I'll give it a go one day. Devil May Cry 2 was my first Devil May Cry game. I feel sorry for you. The first game for me was the first game, but I didn't have it at the time. The first one I bought was the third one, and then I went back and bought the first one. But really, really good. I started with the first game, yeah. The funny thing is about the first game, it was meant to be a Resident Evil game for the PS2, but they scrapped it and they just made it its own thing. So you can kind of see the influences from Resident Evil. It's got some fixed cameras, you go from different rooms, and you solve some puzzles and stuff. Obviously the combat's different, but the idea was supposed to be like Resident Evil. Like Resident Evil 4 or something, you know. I found Devil May Cry 1 very hard to play after Devil May Cry 3. Yeah, it's a bit slower, I guess. Don't forget the kitchen sink. Oh yeah, we can't forget that one. I don't hate Devil May Cry 2 as much as the rest of the internet does, but it's still not my favourite. Yeah, I'll give it a go one day, I think. Trixie, you cute as fuck. Oh, thanks very much. Yeah. It's not often I get complimented. I mean, it's just the beard. It's the quarantine beard. That's what makes it. That's what makes it work, you know. Tasty pictures of food. Oh yes. Hello, Junkies Gaming. Just getting to your comment now. Welcome. You need to connect that tash with the beard. It's coming. It's coming. It's like really close. You know. It's getting there. I was so tempted just to shave it, but then I'm like, nah. Let's make a proper goatee. Let's get a proper Walter White look going on. His tash is social distancing. I know. These are, yeah. We need to quarantine. This gap here, that's the 6 foot gap. Looking good, but I know. Very nice. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. Stars. Oh yeah, love it. Hey Thierry Lenz, how are you? Do you only talk or is there gameplay? Oh, alright then. I was just catching up with some of the comments. So yeah, we'll be making the cafeteria of the hospital, and then we're going to get some vending machines. Right? So let's keep going. Let's keep building stuff. Here we go. Vending. There was nothing for vending, but it's because I'm searching collections, actually. Right, here we go. We've got our vending machines. Oh, this one's a new vending machine. I've never seen this one before. Very Japanesey, but hey, it looks pretty cool. We'll get our classic ones here. Get our, what is that? Like Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, Dr. Pepper. No idea. No idea. So yeah, we've got a couple of these. There you go. You happy now? We've got our vending machines. more relaxed, hopefully. Right. Giant vending machines that are like totally out of sync with the rest of the level. So then we need to get some bins and some trays here, and we need to find. Let's see if I can find some kind of bin. Since it's a hospital, I think we need to kind of use the same bins that we used before. I mean, we could probably use those recycle things. Does that bin have teeth? That bin has teeth. What the hell? Right. There we go, we've got our bins. They look kind of dirty, but I'll clean them up. So I'll put some bins here, and then we'll have the trays over here, little shelves that we can use. So, excuse me, but I need to get back to these comments really quickly. No offense if you're looking for me to keep creating. I just need to quickly catch up with some of the comments first. He's only going through the chat. He'll get back to playing when he catches up. Yeah, that's exactly it. I didn't have a PS2 memory card at first. I don't know how many times I had to watch the unskippable opening cutscenes. I could recite them. Oh man, I never had that problem. I even bought memory cards that was like 4 memory cards in one. So it was like that. It had a button with like 4 lights on it, and like you would switch to memory card 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it means I would never run out of space. Opening cutscenes of Jak and Daxter. Alright. The best game I got from PlayStation Plus is Deadly Premonition. Did they give that on PlayStation Plus? Wow, I bought that game. I never got it because it was on the 360, but then it came to the PS3, and I bought that for like £25, and I got all the extras and stuff like that. It's a weird game though, and there's so many memes back then. Like you could like actually peek into like people's windows in their houses. So surreal. Advertisement. Oh yes. See, I gave you 2 advertisements today. I thought I'd be quite generous. I really enjoyed MGS5, to be fair. Platinumed it too and had fun with it. I still need to platinum it. It's just it's going to take a long time to go back and redo all those missions again. Isaac, I love the gameplay. Wanted to platinum the game, but I haven't yet. We could do it together. Agni and Rudra. Agni and Rudra are the swords in Devil May Cry 3. Ah, okay. No talking. Shut up. Hey Unknown, welcome back to the stream. I hope you're having a great week. I'm looking for a game to play. Any recommend? Play Dreams. Yeah, play Dreams. Unless it means a game inside Dreams. See, that's like the confusing thing now. If people ask you to play a game, are you talking about a game inside Dreams or a game outside Dreams? If you're talking about inside Dreams, there's a lot. Oh my god, there's a lot. I'm sure some of you guys could recommend some games in Dreams. But if you're talking about outside Dreams, get Final Fantasy VII Remake, get the Resident Evil 3 Remake, get Streets of Rage 4, that looks pretty cool. If you want to punish yourself, you can get a survival horror game called Daymare 1998. Bit expensive for what it's worth, but maybe it's your thing. What do you like? We'll never know. This comment was 6 minutes ago. Must be thinking, what do I like? What do I like? Oh, Nemesis is back. Yeah, I actually got to beat all missions with an S rank on Hell and Hell mode, and all other difficulty settings except for Heaven or Hell. That's going to be fun. Yeah, good luck with that one. I bet you can buy some used underwear from that Japanese vending machine. I mean, let me have a look. I mean, that could be underwear. That half shaped there. That could be underwear. Don't know what that is, but yeah. A lot of these things. It could be. We have to have like a wee machine. You know, you get the wee machines, you put the money in, you twist it, and it gives you like a ball with like a prize inside. I never got the fascination with those things, but in Japan they love them. like to collect like all the figures and stuff. Don't you just love like everyone has the same plate? Look at that. You know what I could do? For an Easter egg that you'll never see, I could rename this to John Jerry Steve. But the camera angle is going to be like this, so you're never going to read it, but you know it's there. You know it's inside that plate. So let's get some. I know I don't really want to punish you guys, but let's look for some food. Oh my god! Now that is a party. I mean, the only place you can find this is probably like America, because who has like burgers next to cookies, next to onion rings, next to hot dogs, pizzas, donuts, candy canes, and fucking tacos and cakes, and I don't know what the hell that is, but it's quite a big selection. If you like some fast food, go for that. Ooh, oh nice. If anyone's played Resident Evil 7, you'll know that, you know the part where you open the pot and there's like bugs that come out of the stew. I'd love to do something like that. Food kit. Yeah, there's so many different things we can use. Looks nice. See, I'm just gonna maybe like stuff like this. Like, come on, we're in America, right? They love their condiments. I mean, they love them in the UK as well, but I think in America they probably love them even more, you know? Maybe correct me if I'm wrong, obviously, but I feel like they love a good hot dog, right? So there you go. Some condiments. I need to make sure I say that word right. Condiments. That's the one. What the hell is this? Chicken tacos with green sauce. Why is the chicken like strings? I mean, we could make that look like vomit. It does look a bit like vomit, doesn't it? Oh, that's a scene. Damn it. Just realised that. Why would you make it a scene, man? Make it an element so we can actually use the stuff. Food 3. Look at that banana. Don't you just love a banana? A good banana. A durian. I read about this. Apparently this is like one of the stinkiest fruits ever to exist. It smells awful. And people actually eat that stuff. They actually put that in their mouth. Oh, we've got a tray. Oh, what the hell? I thought we were going to get a tray with that, but I guess not. This is America, right? So the hot dogs are like this size. That's like the normal size. So that's a hot dog for 2. I don't even. Oh god, what did I just do with that hot dog? I don't even know if I'll use the food, but I'm definitely going to have to like mix it up a little bit just to make the food a little more rotten. Let's see, some bags, bag of chips, popcorn. What the hell is that? Chocolate covered biscuits? Bocky? What the hell? I'm sure this has a different name in the UK. I can't remember the name. I think we just call it like chocolate sticks or something stupid. If anyone remembers what that's called in the UK, I remember it's like a tub and it's like white and blue. I can't remember what it's called though. Is that a jazz punk reference? If not, I look incredibly stupid. No idea. I've never played it, so. LBA, just noticed that Streets of Rage 4 is $25. I might actually get it. That's pretty cheap. Yeah, and it's also on. It has a discount as well. It's got like 10% off, so you save a little bit extra, which is quite cool, right? What the hell was that? Candy corn? What the hell is candy corn? No idea. Want some chocolate? Does anyone want some chocolate? It's been eaten. Those burgers are huge. Oh yes. Let's just make a... See, we're actually going to have a costume in the game where you can unlock a giant burger for your head. So, look forward to that. Dreams is amazing for player-made food. Oh yeah, that's all this game was made for. The engine was just for food. Ketchup or catsup? Ketchup, for me. He's talking to the ketchup again. Pocky, I think. What the hell is Bocky? No idea. Chalk sticks? Maybe chalk sticks? Yeah. That's what I was thinking, chocolate sticks. Pretty simple. Comes in that blue tub with the chalk and sticks. That's it. Yeah, that's the one. I didn't really buy them, but yeah, that's kind of what they're like. I've seen candy corn a lot, but I have no idea what it tastes like because it's an American thing, I think. I've never heard of candy corn. Like, what the hell is that? See, I thought that was like one of those fruit pastel ice lollies, you know? But it's not. No idea what it is. They eat some weird stuff, don't they? I'll just like... Hold on, let me turn this grid off. And then I'll just like... litter. We'll make one table the slob table that's like... full of crap. Because we don't really know where the camera angles are going to go yet. And we don't want to put too many different objects down because... you know, the thermal is going to cripple me. This is just an excuse really, just to look at some food. Does anyone like flan? How about a pastry set? Got some cupcakes, some donuts, some cookies. I've never done this in my life. I've never bought a box of donuts. I think the most amount of donuts I ever bought was like a bag of like 5 maybe from like Asda or something. But it was like the filled donuts, because like I like these donuts, but I prefer the filled ones. You know, the ones that's like a ball, but when you bite into it, the center it has like custard or jam or cream or chocolate or whatever. And my high school was actually next to a small supermarket, and they used to make their own 5-pack of donuts, and they were really cheap because it's one of those cheap supermarkets. I think it was like the Co-op. Or what was it before the Co-op? It was called what was it called? I can't remember. It was some other cheap supermarket. It wasn't Iceland. It was something else. But they basically charged like 70 pence, you know, for like a bag of 5 donuts. And you know, we're school kids. We're obviously going to buy all of that stuff, and you could buy like a full pack of like custard creams or bourbons for like, it was like their own brand, but it's still good. You could buy it for like 20-25 pence. So I had a friend who used to like stock his school bag full of donuts and biscuits and everything, and he only spent like £1.50 every day, you know. But his health must have been really bad. No doubt, it's been so bad. Jug perk bottle. I'm assuming this is something to do with Call of Duty, but let's not use that. Let's can we get like a bottle of water? I don't want to put any alcohol in the game. It's not so. What the hell? Is this not loading properly, or is this person not actually finished this collection? It feels like it. Let's just get like a... See, I want to say that's water, but it looks more like milk. Or like a milkshake. Man, I don't know. Good try though, good try. It's just like my current sculpting skills, I think. You know, I can get the idea right, I just can't texture it very well. Oh my god. Look at the state of that. All of that effort and only 5 likes. And it's a remix of the platform. What? Alright, so this is in the platform. So much food. Oh, a fridge. Who puts bread in the fridge? My god. I know someone here did that. They put it in the fridge or the freezer. Oh, no way. Not for me. Must be very, very strange. Alright, so if you want to live out your fantasies as a sausage, go through Taco Land. There's your opportunity. Did I just say baked beans there? What the hell? Where's those beans? Where are they? Where's my beans? The hell is that? Chocolate Mountain. Totally looks like chocolate. Where the hell was my... Some of these characters are a bit crazy. Where the hell are my beans? I saw beans. Ah, there you go. Now, those are proper Heinz beans. Proper Heinz beans. You know, someone just like had a table, a table full of beans. Doesn't that look appetizing? You know, make a big monster of it. Look, it's all like, it's all dripping off the table and everything. Look at that. It's like, it's absolute chaos, man. Just like a big bean slide. Oh god. Yeah. Does anyone actually like Heinz beans? I feel like I don't eat them anymore. I feel like I probably ate them too much in my past. Let me see if I can find some trays. Not an ashtray, please. I just wanted like a little tray that we could use for the table. So like, even if we don't have a plate, we still have a tray, you know. There you go. So we'll just like fire a couple of these here, but yeah, like I always say, I'm not going to focus too much on the detail right now. So we've got some ideas for things that we're going to put down. What we need now is those bloody shelves, but as always, I never know what they're bloody called. Let's see, shelf. Let's go for a metal shelf. I mean, maybe more like that, I think. Because it's not a storage shelf, it's just a shelf to put your trays on. Let's see. This is really basic, but it'll do the job for now. So... Don't know, I think I took that off the grid there. So people can put their trays here. Let me just grab a couple of trays. I need to make a few of these, but basically that's the idea, you know. Place where you can stock up all your trays. Lovely, it's beautiful, right? Don't you just love that? There you go. What now? What now? Maybe put some more bins on the other side here, roughly. And then same on the other side, maybe. Put some, just duplicate all this stuff. On the other side somewhere. And then we need to get like a different door for the kitchen. Let me see if I can find a door. Candy corn is not very good. Really sweet. Interesting. Cadbury's chocolate fingers. No, it wasn't those ones. It was the plain ones, and you dip them into actual chocolate. But Future Cloud, I think he got it right. It's the chalk sticks. I think that's the one. But chocolate fingers are nice too. Would you ever go first person in your level? No. In this particular one, no. I do have another first person game that I want to make, but in this, there's no first person at all. I think I'm the only American in the chat. Yeah. Maybe. So, you can give us all the insights. You're our go-to guy if we get any questions about American related things. When I start making the weapons, the guns, I'll look for your advice. I'll be like, so would an American use this kind of rifle? You can tell me if it's realistic. Greetings, American person. Oh my god, I haven't eaten donuts in a long time. I prefer muffins, but donuts are good too. You're the muffin man, Isaac. Likes a good muff. Same, Isaac. Food platforming game. Chocolate Mountain Charlie. I know, it's crazy the amount of things people come up with. I haven't seen a reference to that since high school. Or you're buffering small human, that's not good. Gotta love Heinz beans. Had them today for the first time in ages. Do you ever put Heinz beans on toast? I feel like when I eat Heinz beans on their own, I'm like, eh. But if you put Heinz beans on toast with melted cheese, that's the best. It comes close, but maybe it's not as good as cheese on toast, like grilled cheese on toast. Good stuff. So simple, yet so effective. Red alert, buffering. Oh god. It's going to end, everyone. Not buffering for me. It's back, false alarm. That's weird. Because I didn't get any messages, I didn't... Like, I'm watching the stream right now and everything's good for me. Hello, cat. Hello. The cat's joined us. Alright, shut up. Alright, I know you want to hog the limelight, but I mean, enough's enough, right? What? What is it? Come here. Come here. Come here. Keeps telling me no. Piss off. Come here. Hey. Come here. It's time for your cameo. There you go. So what are you going to say on what's the daily tip for people on the stream today? Do you have any tips for us? Anything you'd like to share? No? Nothing? He's camera shy. I don't think he's ready for streaming. Not yet. He's trying to build up his confidence. I'm just going to open the door for him so he can get some food. Just a sec. Alright, crisis averted. Whatever happened to Panic Man? He hasn't joined in a while. Is he okay? He deleted me and LBA off PSN last week. Yeah. I don't know why. What did we do? Don't understand. Because at first I thought maybe let's not come to any conclusions, but maybe he's dead, right? Maybe that's why. Maybe he thought, you know, I'm just going to delete everybody and I'm just going to die in peace. But no, he's alive. He's making videos on YouTube. He's actually streaming. I noticed. I checked his channel out and he's doing some streams and he's making some very long videos. He for all I know, he could be watching right now. Maybe he's just not commenting, but he was talking, let's just say he was talking about a range of topics, you know, and one of the topics was about you know, love life and dating and things, you know. So if you need any advice, check out Panic Man. He's got you covered. But yeah, it's strange. I don't know why he deleted us. Like, I have no idea. Unless someone said to him something, and it's triggered something. I'm not saying it's any of you guys. Maybe it was some other person he met on Dreams or on YouTube or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, he doesn't seem to watch the streams anymore. He seems to have abandoned us for some reason. I don't know why. I honestly couldn't tell you. But let's not worry about it too much. The fire cat, oh yes. He loves to scream, but when he's on camera, quiet as a mouse. It was really, actually, didn't even give a reason. Yeah, it was like he tried to message me as well. Like, you know, on PSN when you go to message someone that you've never messaged before, even though you haven't sent a message, just creating the group, it gives you a notification like this person started a conversation with you. So he started one with me, like probably before he deleted me, like he was going to write something to me, but then he changed his mind because he never wrote anything. So I don't know. What we should do is we should all go to his channel, go to his latest video, and just leave a bunch of comments, like everyone, fire, pitchforks, everything. Where the hell did you go, Panic Man? And then you know, he's gonna feel damn awful, right? Just noticed he deleted me as well. Yeah, it was a mad exodus, Isaac. He's deleted everybody, which is crazy because I thought he was making a game to take you down, Isaac. Clearly he's not got the metal for it. Yes, melted cheese and beans on cheese on toast. Yeah, that's the one. Perfect combination. As long as you don't do some weird stuff. As long as you don't make a sandwich with beans and mashed potatoes. Oh my god, don't do that. I can accept a sandwich and mince. If you get just a plain sandwich with maybe with some butter, put in some mince, some gravy, that's perfect. But as soon as you start adding mashed potatoes, no thank you. Not for me. Some people actually eat hot dogs with mashed potato on top. For me it's like, ugh, it's like the texture is just so weird, you know? I can't even comprehend. Maybe accidental or maybe hacked. I don't think it would be accidental because they would have to manually, you know, delete every single person, you know, because his account is still active. If he got hacked, I don't know, because he would have to get hacked on PSN, YouTube, everything, but he's gone on every platform, so who knows. Hello Swickful, welcome back. I hope you're having a great week. We're making the cafeteria area, as you can see, for the canteen. Canteen, cafeteria, is there a difference? I don't know. We're a wholesome community, don't know why he abandoned us. I don't know. My theory is that someone said something to him, like maybe not one of us, maybe just some other viewer that we don't know much about has maybe said something and triggered him, maybe said some nasty things, who knows. I can't keep track of what everybody talks about off stream, so who knows, right? But oh well, we wish him well, we wish his games well. Hopefully he's healthy, that's all that counts, right? That cat was great. Oh yeah, quadruple fire. We haven't done it in a while, but yeah, quadruple fire. Here we go. Burning the flames. John Jerry Steves. Oh god, she's properly engulfed in that fire. She must be loving that. Right, so I need to find another door for the kitchen because that door doesn't look so good. Heck, I've pretty much quit Dreams at this point, but I'm not going to quit the community because you guys are cool. That's nice. That's perfect. You shouldn't quit Dreams though, you should definitely keep going, obviously at your own pace. I just do it because I stream and because I really want to create as much as I can. So I'm not slowing down, I'm not taking a break. Like, as soon as we finish the little storybook level we're making on Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to make Super Alien Buddy 2 immediately. Once we finish that, we're going to make another project immediately. Once we finish Subject, I'm going to make another big game immediately. So I'm never really going to take a break, I'm just going to keep going, keep going, keep going. Because at the end of the day, the satisfaction of releasing something and seeing all your hard work become something, it's good, it becomes addictive. You'll see. It's hard work, it's a strain, but it's good. You should have your cat's name as Graffiti or something. Could do. Maybe just like name the main character after the cat. Fried onions are better than mashed potatoes for a hot dog. Even onions, I don't like onions, like, oh man. That's the biggest mistake when you order a pizza and you say no onions. And they're like, okay. And I'm like, I said no onions. I'm like, okay, I heard you. I said no onions. So then what arrives when I open the box? Onions. It's like, I kind of want to get a job making pizza just so I can see the process of how difficult it is not to put onions on something that's not supposed to have onions. Is it that difficult? Has anyone here worked, you know, in a pizza parlour or whatever? Fast food, takeaway? And have you made pizzas? Like, how is it so difficult? Make this with no onions. Because it happens a lot, it's not like just like once in a blue moon. It happens too often. And I need to pick all the onions off, and then the smell, oh man, it smells horrible. See, the funny thing is, if I had pineapple on my pizza, I don't order pineapple, but I can eat it. I don't think it's disgusting, I can eat it. But onions, sweet corn, no thank you, not for me. Was it a block or just unfriended? I guess unfriended because he's not there anymore. I didn't try to message him, so who knows. I'll keep making music and Dreams, so yeah, just keep the process going. Don't let it die. I don't like fried onions, they are like shoelaces. Yeah, and I kind of have a bit of a trauma with onions because I went to Spain once and I had like a burger and the menu didn't say it had onions, and I bit into it and I was like, oh, what the hell was that? And I opened it up and the onions on top, they were like worms. And I'm picking them up and I'm like, what the hell was that? They eat worms in Spain? You know? But it's like a really wormy kind of onion. Oh, I can still remember it to this day. It's not even that big of a memory, but I was so devastated that it's still there. I can still remember it. Ah, these brown kind of wormy onions. Ugh. Ugh. What? Panic Man gave dating advice on stream? yeah. I went to check out his channel to see what he was up to since he abandoned us. And when I checked out his channel, the last thing he did was a stream. So I thought, oh, I'll go through the stream. Maybe he'll talk about something. Maybe something happened during the stream that caused them to have this problem. But I didn't find anything. But the stream was like 5 hours long. So I was just like skimming through some of it. And then he made a video afterwards. It was like a 1 hour summary of him talking about the stream. So he was like thanking people for joining the stream, you know, and he was talking about some of the topics they were talking about. Like he was saying like, oh we were talking about love and dating advice, and what was it? He was talking about these two ginger sisters that, and one of them lived in his building or something. I don't know, he was talking about some other stuff. And then I checked back a few days later just to see if he was still updating the channel, because I was just curious if he was dead. And the channel was still updating, and he made a video that is an hour long. It's an hour long video, and he gives dating and love advice basically. So I mean, if you want to check that out, I only watched like 5 minutes and that was enough for me. But if you guys want to watch that and get some valuable information, then by all means go for it. LB8 is so fire, he burnt people alive. It's a zombie, so technically it's all good. I'm not breaking any rules. I guess you could say the zombie and the fire is hot. I suppose you could say that. But, I mean, would you do a zombie in the fire? Pretty toasty. Wash, wash, small human. I love onions on pizza. I always love onions. Yeah, but Isaac, you're hardcore. You love anything that has like some power to it, you know, some kick. Oh, onions, man. Oh. Especially if you get raw onions, you know, like the white onions. Oh man, it's so bad. No thank you. Onions are great. Maybe in hell, I can eat onions if they're in mince, because it's like mixed together and the heat kind of destroys the onion, so it's not as bad. I still don't like the texture, but I can tolerate it. You know, I'm Scottish, I kind of need to love, you know, mince, potatoes, carrots, mixed with onions. That's like a staple of our, you know, our nationality. But it's damn good, especially when it's cold, like all the time. It's good to have that kind of meal. People like gherkins on their burgers though, right? I do. So when I used to go to McDonald's, like, it was like the Happy Meal, and you used to get like 2 or 3 gherkins on the burger, and I love them. I find they're really nice. I mean, I don't really eat pickles a lot, but the gherkins were alright. And then but everyone I used to go to McDonald's with, they always used to take the gherkins off. And I'm like, what are you doing? That's like the best part. And they're like, it's disgusting. So I was like, just give them to me. I'll just eat all your gherkins. I've never went to McDonald's with someone who eats the gherkins. They always take them off, they throw them away, or they give them to me. And I felt like, surely, like, I'm not a freak. Surely gherkins are nice. Because I feel like my taste buds are alright, but no, apparently a lot of people hate the gherkins, but I like them. These people that hate the gherkins, they probably love onions. Typical. No onions? At least you're not as picky as my friend. He doesn't like anything on his pizza, not even the tomato sauce stuff. That's my brother. That is exactly like my brother. He does not like sauce on anything. So if you make pasta, like bolognese pasta, it has to be pasta with mincemeat, but no sauce. And I'm like, but that's so dry. Just have it with the sauce. The sauce is so good, but he doesn't like the sauce. So, I mean, that's like quite extreme, I think. But yeah, I'll eat most stuff. It's just, you know, not everything. Sweet corn, no way. No way. People actually make cakes with sweet corn, or a sweet corn paste. Oh, no way. I can eat peas. I don't mind peas. Like, I don't love them, but I can eat them. But sweet corn, I don't know, for some reason, I just can't eat them. It's like pot noodles. I don't eat them because they all have little bits in them. The chicken flavour has sweet corn, which ruins it. I'm just like, get rid of sweet corn. Exactly. But I have a confession. I love a pot noodle. But the only pot noodles I eat are the green ones, which has sweet corn. The other pot noodles, it's like, I never tried them. I just stuck to what I know. Let's just go for the original. I feel like, yeah, the sweet corn is like, it's a bit annoying, but at least you're boiling them in hot water, so you're kind of reducing the taste a little bit. And pot noodles are quite dry anyway, so the sweet corn is basically like a husk. You know, it's kind of lost all of its taste, you know, by that point. So I can kind of get over it. Oh my god, I love raw onions, garlic as well. Well, we know that, Isaac, you're like the vampire that loves garlic, you know? Like garlic, onions, raw onions. I bet you're just sitting there right now, eating a raw onion like an apple, like, so good. I like garlic as long as it's like mixed with food, you know, like just the little bits, you know? Because garlic is a good ingredient, but too much, it's too much for me. I like gherkins. I used to hate them, but now, oh, yeah, the change of heart. Interesting. Most people don't usually change their point of view on that kind of stuff. Do you know what I used to do, which might be quite controversial? I used to have a sandwich, but you know you can get the, do you know corned beef that you can get either in a tin or in a packet? I used to put a sandwich with corned beef, and then I would put tomato ketchup on it and eat that. It was so good. It sounds disgusting, it looks disgusting, but it's so nice. Raw onions are fire. I'm not even going to give you a fire for that, because the only fire I would give you is if you throw the raw onions in the fire. Then maybe I can accept that. But other than that, no way. Are gherkins those small pickles on the burger? Yes. Those small, beautiful little creatures. I was the same. Burger gherkins are heavenly. Oh yeah. So good. And one thing as well, it's like when you have a burger these days, in the past my burgers always used to be like brown, so I grew up thinking that burgers had to be brown on the inside, but it's not true. It's not true. Do not believe the myth that your burger needs to be brown for it to be cooked. Trust me, see if you eat a burger that's like pink in the middle, or even like if you like it a bit more like red, but like just like it's pink. Oh, it's so good. Because the brown burgers are so dry, but if you make it pink inside, perfect. It's like, it's more juicy, you know? Because people get paranoid, they think, oh, my burger's pink, it's not cooked properly, I'll get a disease. You won't. You could technically eat raw meat and you'd be fine, technically. People do it all the time. Just not chicken or things like that, just beef. But yeah, get a pink inside, get the burger nice and pink inside. It's not easy to do. You need to find the sweet spot, but man, it makes a big difference. And now when I go out to eat a burger, if it's brown inside, I don't accept it anymore. I can't accept it. It's not as good. Same, I'm not fussy, there's not much I don't like these days. That's good then. Just eat whatever. Oh my god, sweet corn. I only hate zucchini, champignons and eggplants. Champignons, is that not like a mushroom? I like mushrooms. Mushrooms are good. Eggplant, I don't think I've tried eggplant. It doesn't sound like my kind of thing. And zucchinis, I've tried zucchinis and it's like, I can eat it as long as it has like a cheese sauce or something on it. Other than that, I don't like many vegetables. You know, like broccoli and, oh, no way, no thank you. Same, I like many different types of food, anything really. I'm willing to give everything a go. It's just when you get some weird stuff, you know, it's like, it's a bit too much. Like, there's some things that aren't as weird, right, but some people, you know, when some people go to McDonald's, right, they get their burger, they've got their chips, and they get, you know, the McFlurry ice cream, and they put their French fries in the McFlurry ice cream. No, don't do that. That's just wrong. Pretty much anything else I can eat and I like. Alright, so I could make you something horrendous and you're like, oh, it's pretty good actually. You know what you should do? Like what all kids do, they just put tons of food together and they just mix it all together. See what it comes out like. Did you ever try that when you used to like mix different drinks? Like what would happen if we mixed Fanta with Coca-Cola in Iron Brew? You know, if we mixed all that together, how good would that be? By the way, Alpha Werewolf, if you don't have Iron Brew in the United States, then you're dead to me, because it is one of the best soft drinks of my own nation. It's pretty damn cool, pretty damn good. As a Scotsman, do you regularly eat haggis? Genuinely asking, how dare you? How dare you stereotype me? No. We do have it, definitely, but it's not like a normal meal, like, oh, today we're having haggis. It's more like a special occasion or something that we would have haggis. But not everyone likes it because the taste is okay. It's just like a stronger beef kind of taste and smell. But if you tell people like, oh, it's got diced heart and lungs and all the body organs and and when they make it, they wrap it in like intestines and stuff. People go like, oh, you know, they don't want to eat it, but it's good as long as you don't mind the ingredients. It's good. And also, people eat chicken hearts, by the way. Chicken hearts on a skewer. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Honestly, it's not the taste of the sweet corn, it's the texture. You're eating nice chewy noodles and then all of a sudden, crunch, yeah. Properly breaks your teeth. I love eating garlic on its own. What? You just eat cloves of garlic? So it's like you're... Oh, delete the floor. It's like you're eating a sweet, you know, you're taking the wrapper off, but for you it's like you're just peeling off a garlic. Nice. Solves all my throat infections. This has turned from a crate stream to a food talk stream. I know, I should probably just go like behind the counter here and be like, okay, welcome to today's food creation stream. We're just going to have a wee quick chat about your likes and dislikes in the food world. Get everyone's opinions, start to debate, guess. The bonus round, we have to guess what John Jerry Steve's favourite dish is. Vampires are afraid of Isaac. Oh yes. I love gherkins then, always the best part in my opinion. Everyone who removes them is crazy. Agreed, yeah, I agree too. I hate mushrooms. What? How can you sit there eating a giant onion and then eating a giant garlic bulb, but then you tell me you don't like mushrooms? Mushrooms are like, they don't even have a smell, you know? They're not even that empowering. Oh, you need to try some good mushrooms then. Try some of the Japanese mushrooms. There's a couple of different ones. They're so good, like shimeji, and what was the other one? There's another one. Ah, they're so good. You need to give it a try. Zucchini bread is good. I just don't like vegetables much. Honestly, at this point, I cook my steak 1 to 2 minutes each side. It looks almost raw inside, but God, it tastes good. Apparently, raw meat is better on your digestion. Yeah, it is, I think, yeah. But yeah, same with steaks. I don't like my steak to be too bloody. I prefer it like, kind of like medium, you know, like in the middle. Like, it's just leaving the red state. It's like pink, but then if there's a little blood, I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. I'm not that picky about it. But yeah, like, if anyone gets something well done, if you go to a steak restaurant or whatever and you ask for your steak to be well done, brown, like, you're wasting the potential of that meat. That meat is like so good, you know, it's so expensive, you know. But fair enough, if you don't like it that way, then I won't criticize. I love lychee, or whatever it's spelled in English. I do not know what lychee is. You'll need to explain. Mushrooms are good too, like fried mushrooms. Fried mushrooms on a burger. So good. Isaac, the things that look like cherries, I don't buy McFlurries, too expensive. McFlurries are like the cheapest things you can buy. I just get the cheap burgers and F off home. Yeah, I guess you could get like a burger for like 99 pence or whatever, euro, whatever. What do you call the euros? The cents in euros? What are they called? I've never actually thought about that. The coins, what are they called? Not in German, in English. But I don't really eat McDonald's anymore, because like, see, once you start to eat proper food, McDonald's and Burger King, it's just like, it's not, it just doesn't satisfy you anymore. I used to put hot chocolate mix in coffee. I don't even like coffee, but that does sound like a good combination. I think there is like a type of coffee that does mix chocolate in with it. I don't remember the names of coffee, but I don't know, maybe I wouldn't really associate lychee with cherries. I don't drink soda much anymore. Yeah, I'm the same. Mostly just water these days. I used to drink Robinson's flavoured water, but now I can just drink water on its own, so it's all good for me. Garlics are tasty. You're crazy, man. Crazy. Hey Stu, I'm going to call you Stu, so I don't get your name wrong anymore. So I don't get slapped across the forehead. You've joined the perfect time. We're making the cafeteria, and suddenly we started talking about Heinz beans and, you know, American hot dogs and ketchup and burgers and steaks, and we kind of drifted into a big food conversation. So you know, we're still working away, but we're enjoying our food chat. So I mean, what's your favourite meal? How do you like your burgers? Do you like them brown or do you like them pink? That's the big topic of today. We all know John Jerry Steve's favourite dish is mac and cheese. Yeah. Mac and cheese, if that was the people's names. I bloody love steaks. Steaks filtered full of... sprinkled full of garlic. Put like cloves right in between all the fibres. Oh, litchis. Ah, okay, I know what you're talking about. It's like those little white things. I've never tried them before. You peel them open and get magical healing powers. Yeah, sounds like drugs to me, Isaac. Yeah, they are. That's the only reason why I would ever eat one. McDonald's is just... ugh. And that's coming from an American. See, this is your national treasure. McDonald's is what identifies, you know, your founding fathers. Did you ever watch The Founder, the movie? It had, what's that guy's name? Keaton. Oh crap, what's his name? Completely blanked. Michael Keaton, I think. He played, not the founder, but I don't want to spoil the movie in case you want to watch it, but it's based on a true story, so you could easily read up on it. But it's basically like how he got involved with McDonald's and transformed it into like this global brand, you know. And he's a bit of a scumbag, to be honest. I kind of hate the guy, not the actor, the character. But yeah, it's like when McDonald's started, it looked like a really interesting idea, and then it just got ruined because of greed, because they wanted more money, so they started to reduce the quality, you know. So things just weren't the same anymore, you know. So they started to degrade the quality to make more and more money, so they can make more chains, more restaurants. Get a burger from Five Guys. Don't bother with McDonald's. It's literally a sliver of meat. Terrible, terrible burgers. I know. I mean, can you even say if it's meat? Is it technically meat, or was it grown in a lab? I mean, that's the real question. But Five Guys, yeah, I tried that when I went to Miami. I tried Five Guys, and it was pretty cool. They give you a lot of chips though, don't they? They give you the burger and then the chips, they just go like... There's chips everywhere. There was like chips in my hair, you know, chips in down my top, everything. So many chips. But yeah, if you go to Five Guys, be prepared, because you're gonna eat a lot. But one, I do actually like Johnny Rockets. I don't know if you've had a Johnny Rockets before, but it's really good, really good. It's like that classic diner kind of vibe, but the burger is really good. They're a little cheesy. They like to sing a song when you enter, and they always put like little smiley faces on your plate. But I guess it's quite old school, but it's always good. Anybody know an easy way to have a 10 plus selector that allows you to cycle through it? My microchip looks like mum's spaghetti. Oh yeah. What do you mean? Like if you just like collect? I mean, there's a port that you can just select next, and then you just press like, I don't know, R1 for example, and it just like goes through. And then if you press L1, it goes back the way. That way you just use literally 2 wires, and that's all you need. But I'd probably need to know the scenario to understand what you're using it for first. Hello Rage Panda, welcome to the stream. Excuse me. Sorry for the rookie question. Are you using thumbstick control or motion? If motion, how you keep the info so steady and upright? I'm using the motion, to be honest. Love the motion controls. You just get used to it. Like, there's options in here. So here's something here. Stay upright. You can use that. You can also use a grid if you want to, you know, make things follow a grid. You can also use precise move, which means it tells you exactly the direction that you are moving things in. So if you want to go in a certain direction and you don't really care too much about how far you go, use the precise tool. If you want to use the grid, that'll snap into place a bit easier. But you get used to using the motion controls. I can't use the sticks. No way. Use the motion all the way. Just takes practice, and it'll become like really easy. Look, I'm doing all of that, just moving the controller. Like, I'm not. You don't even have to move the controller that much. It's literally just tilting it, like, really, really slightly. I'm not American. Okay. I drink a lot of water, coffee, and tea. All the good stuff. Just don't drink too much coffee. That could be the one that kills you. He rests the controller on his table. What are you talking about, the imp? Well, right now I've got the controller in my hands, but it's resting on my leg, you know, for the vibrations and stuff. But yeah, if I do that, it's on my table. But generally, like, when I create, I don't create like this, you know, like, I don't levitate my controller. I always have my controller, like, because I don't know if some people create like this or play. I can't play games like this, like, you know, I can't do that. I need to, like, relax, have the controller, like, literally next to my crotch, and, you know, that way it's more stable, you know. I don't accidentally, drop it, you know. The level was looking neat. Yeah, it's I think it's the baked potatoes, the baked beans, that really brought out the scene. It really made it come to life, you know. So I'm quite happy with that one. But I definitely need to put some kind of cameo in for the beans. Like, we're going to have a cheeseburger head mode. Maybe we can have a baked beans mode as well, or like all the monsters are just baked beans. I think that would be quite funny. I mean, you'd have to complete the game twice before you unlock this, because I don't want people to complete it and then just start, you know, doing goofy stuff. I'd rather they completed the full game twice with each character, and then you can unlock all the goofy stuff, just to give you an extra incentive to play through again, just to have fun. Maybe your gun can be like a water pistol or something like that. Dark brown burgers are the best. Don't even start, Isaac. You ain't even lived until you have a proper burger. I'm telling you. It just tastes so much better. I kind of want one now. Damn it. He has his grid snap on. That's it. I'm the most un-American American. You have a very non-American soul. I was going to say British, but you could be European. You could be South American. Who knows? Okay, Alpha. Diaper or nappy? Diaper. Haha, he said diaper. Clearly it's a nappy, come on. Some of the language barriers are they're a bit different, like when I'm searching for things in Dreams. Things that have different names, you know. So if I wanted to search for a nappy, I might not find it. So I might need to search for diaper just to actually, you know, find it. And things like in America you say sidewalk, whereas we say pavement, you know. So it's like, get on the pavement, and you're like, get on the sidewalk, man. The sidewalk is, I mean, pavement is quite literal as well, because it's literally the material, but the sidewalk is like, this is the side where you walk, just in case you were confused. Let me just fire that over there. I've got a lot of space down here. I'll just make like a couple more tables here. But I want to give the player some space to move around in, so maybe I'll leave this a bit more open. Maybe there's like so that's one other thing, like we're busy decorating all these scenes, right? But we never actually thought maybe we could decorate the scenes with like dead bodies. So we could put like zombies here that are like dead, just like a pile of them in the corner. You know, just to add a little bit of bodily furniture. I'm sad that there's no Five Guys in my area. Oh well, I thought they would be everywhere, to be honest. Pretty big chain. Sorry, not info. When I use motion controls, the imp ends up sideways and all over the place. Really? For mine it's okay. Just hold the options button and you can reset the imp. He only really goes sideways for me if I'm like pressed against an object, but in a really awkward camera angle maybe. It's hard to kind of replicate it, but it happens sometimes. But no, you just get used to it and then it becomes really simple. Selectors only have 10 ports. I am looking for an easy way to daisy chain more than one together. Ah, okay. Gotta admit, I've never heard daisy chain before. Nice, I'm learning every day. It's good. So you want to do like selectors with 10 ports. You want to collect them all together. Well, I mean, I don't have any methods, but maybe if I fiddled about with some stuff later, I can see. You'll get used to it. Hello, Face Reader. Welcome to the stream. Where is the game? Can you start gameplay? Well, I'm going to include this as gameplay. I'll show you a little bit of gameplay soon. But right now we're just trying to build the environments right now, and then once I'll put the camera angles in, and then we can control the character, and the character can run around and shoot zombies, and you know, maybe eat some baked beans, and go through the doors and interact with objects, pick up objects, all that kind of stuff. I've got some templates, so I just need to import some stuff into the scene. In front of you, yeah. I'm only seeing a black screen. What's going on? Thanks, man. Was just looking for ideas. I've had to work around. I don't know if you have me on PSN. If you don't, you can add me. LB Animation. Just send me a screenshot of your logic, just so I can see what it is you're trying to do, and I'll try and see if there's a way around it. Played Streets of Rage 4 yet, man? It's definitely a worthy sequel. Not yet. I'm going to buy it today, I think. But I was going to play it on co-op, but then I had no one to play with me because Alpha Werewolf said, I ain't playing co-op with you, man. I ain't buying that game. So I was like, Panic Man was going to be one of my options, but he's deserted us now, so we can no longer play Streets of Rage with Panic Man. Alpha Werewolf didn't want it, but maybe he gets it now. Who knows? So it seems like you have the game, which is good, because like I can play Streets of Rage solo, but I find these games more entertaining when you play them in co-op, because that's the way I always used to play them in the past. So co-op all the way. Some Dynasty Warriors, some Streets of Rage, always co-op. You're a giant LBA, of course. So yeah, just send me a screenshot and I'll have a look. Real plot twist. The plot twist isn't real. Maybe it's like the inception of a plot twist. It's like the plot twist in a plot twist in a plot twist in a plot twist that may not really be a plot twist. Right? Makes sense? Plot twist, you're not real. None of this is real. At the end of the game, they're just going to turn around and go, wait a minute, we survived this whole ordeal. And then they just turn around. You know, they just look at the camera and they go, are we in a Dreams game? God, we were panicking over nothing. There's actually nothing to be afraid of. And then that's how it ends. And then that's how all my games are going to end. Fourth wall breaking. They realise they're in dreams all this time. It was only a simulation. And they can move on with their non-existing lives afterwards. LBA, if you get it, we might be able to use SharePlay to co-op if Streets of Rage 4 has couch co-op. Well, we could. I mean, that would certainly save you money. No, I'm just kidding on. SharePlay is there for a reason, right? But yeah, we'll need to see, because like normally when people do SharePlay, they say it lags. Maybe it's not so good. But I'll wire my PlayStation, and then we can try SharePlay, see if it works. We can even try and SharePlay Dynasty Warriors 8 as well. I'll see what works. But yeah, that's a good option. Plot twist, H. Plot twist, I'm British. Oh my god, you've been lying to us this whole time. You're one of the British that ended up in America, and you slowly adapted into having an American accent. So then you believed that you were American all this time because you sounded American, but really your blood and your heritage comes from British soil. I think that's the true story. Plot twist, I'm Arabic. Dun dun dun! Don't chop off my hand. It does have some input lag sometimes. I don't have a mic right now though. Don't worry, you don't need a mic. To be honest, I'm happy just to play through the game. Don't need a mic. I'd play Streets of Rage 4 with you. No mic though. No one has a mic. But it doesn't matter me. It doesn't bother me about mics. I would just play. Just to play, you know. Because I don't really have a lot of time off stream, so it's like... It's not like we'll be playing for like 4 hours and we need to have a big conversation. You know, it's just like... Maybe like 45 minutes, an hour. Just do some stages. I'm good with that. But I don't know who I have on PSN. So if I've not added anybody, just send me a request. Just LB animation, and I'll accept your request if I haven't done already. Yeah, can't have it any other way. Honestly, it's not bad solo. Was grinding points earlier for them character unlocks, but it's better with someone else, like a lot of things. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. That's your bathroom of rage. Plot twist, I'm Cuban. You're actually just a Cuban cigar that can talk. Because I mean, I don't know any human that actually likes eating raw garlic and raw onions together. You cannot be human. You must be an inanimate object. Right, what was I going to search for? I was going to search for a door that actually looks more appropriate, that you could use to enter a kitchen. What was that door? It's a bomb door. Ooh. Maybe we could do this, like, as part of the puzzle. Maybe to get into one of the rooms, there's like a bomb on it, and you need to disable it to get in. Bit far-fetched, but it would be pretty awesome. Yomi series door collection. You make a lot of white doors. See, like, trying to do this kind of stuff in LBP. Like, you used to have to, like, make... Because the squares in the grid only went so small, so you had to make, like, an extra small one. And then you could, like, cut out things, or, you know, draw... Like, I would normally see that bit at the back, that would be, like, the layer. And then the flat layer on front would be, like, these parts. That's how I used to make a door in LBP. But it's so much easier to make them in Dreams now. See, maybe if I turn this around, it would look more like a kitchen door, because it's a fire exit, and you don't really use a fire exit to go into a kitchen, do you? So, let me see what it looks like on the other side. I mean, I could use it like that. I mean, it's not exactly the door you need, because usually kitchen doors, they kind of need to, like, open and close, but I could just scope in about 5,000 times and then delete the handle. And if I delete the handle, maybe then it looks more like a Flappy door. The sequel to Flappy Bird's Flappy Door. And then we can just use that as like a... But we're not going to see this side. When you get to the other side of the kitchen, I'm just going to flip this door around. I'm just going to go like that. And I'm going to fool everybody. And you're not actually going to notice that it's a fire exit. You guys will know, but everybody else will be oblivious. Aha, it's my master plan. Right, come on, blue man. Right, here we go. Good size of a door for the kitchen. Looks alright to me. I guess the door needs to be a little bit bigger just because, like, lots of people work in a kitchen, right? You got to have a lot of space. So, I think that's good for the door. Maybe we can put like a fire extinguisher on the wall. We still need to make a wall for here with all of the menus and stuff, which I'll need to write out, obviously, with like a text gadget. So there's a lot of like little minor details that we need to solve. Friend request received from Scheme DBT. Excellent. Oh god, look at this door, it's like totally out of sync. And then can I like move this? Put the grid to that maybe. I think that's it. There we go, I fixed it. I was trying to figure out how to get the grid matching the other grid, and you kinda need to like go into the other object, set that as the default grid, and then go back out, then go back in here, and then select the grid again to match it up. So that's quite good. So if I get like a board for the back here. Let's see what comes up with board. Not board games, unless someone was playing chess or something. We've used these boards all the time, like it's literally the same ones we reuse over and over again. I just forget what they're called. It's because I'm searching in collections, I keep forgetting. Okay, we can just keep reusing this one, you know? We can just change how it looks, but that's the idea. And that can be like the menus on the back. I thought that was John Jerry Steve taking a peek around the corner there. I was like, oh hello. So I'll put these here. These are your menus. You know, it's a very popular cafeteria, you know. Just make it like that, you know. I think that kind of does the job for me. So it's just about writing stuff, really. The small one, maybe we could keep it for like if you have like a health and safety notice, you know, like all kitchen staff always wash your hands. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Oh well. Goodbye. Right. Oh, I didn't delete something when I did that, did I? No, it's part of that thing. No idea what it is though. So I'll put this here next to the door. Always wash your hands, you scumbags. I know what you're like. All employees must wash their hands or pay the penalty of John Jerry Steve's leg strangulation. It's like one of those wrestling moves, you know, where they choke you with the leg. That's John Jerry Steve's job. Any more plot twists? If we're to play, I'd have to add you on my other PSN account. No PlayStation Plus on the one I added you on. Pretty much an exclusive Dreams account. No, I don't think it matters. As long as you have PlayStation Plus on a primary account on your PlayStation, everyone can use online. So for example, I don't have PlayStation Plus on this account because this account is a Dreams account, but I can still play online because I have PlayStation Plus on a different account. As long as the account's primary, all the accounts on your PlayStation can play online. So you can still use your current account if you want. I mean, I could play on my personal account as well. I don't mind for trophies and stuff. Hello, Te Hospitach. Hello, did I pronounce that wrong or did I get it majorly wrong? Hospitach09 here. Hello, LB Animation. Hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Your name is almost like hospital, and we're building a hospital right now. This is the cafeteria for our lovely hospital. Hopefully it resonates strongly with you. Plot twist, I'm actually watching through LBA's window right now. I knew it! What are you doing there, Smallhoo Man? Excuse me. Why are you naked? That is not part of the rules. That is not until Sunday. Come on. Right, he's away now. Got rid of him. Right, I'll add you then, LBA. Nice. I'll accept after the stream. Dragon Arkwar PSN. Ah, okay, different names. Some people have like different names to their PSN and their Twitch or their YouTube, so I always never know who's who. Did he just call a door out of sync? Out of sync, did I? I don't know, did I? The sad part is couch co-op is 4 players, but online is only 2. Shame really, means we could all play together. I know. Maybe they thought the servers are so bad that there's no way we can handle 4-player online. But yeah, the 4-player single player does sound cool. It's a bit like Castle Crashers. And if you ever played Zombie Vikings, that's a fun game as well. Puppet816 creator. I wish I knew all these things. I'll need to properly search. Excuse me. I need to search all these names. Busted, yeah, I got him. Not the band, but Smallhoo Man. That's interesting. Never knew that. I guess I never tried to play online on that account, so just assumed it never would have worked. Yeah, it'll work. 100% it'll work. Don't worry. Plot twist, I am actually Smallhoo Man official. No way. No way. That is like the biggest plot twist of them all. Damn it. A lot of revelations are coming out today. My dream. Ah, okay, the name of the dream. Right. That makes sense. Eyeballs. We're watching you, Smallhoo Man. Or Stu, if that's your real name. Ever play Battle Block Theatre? I think it was made by the same guys that made Castle Crashers. No, because it was only on Xbox. So, sadly, I didn't play it. But it's all good. I'm not too bothered. It did look like a good game, but I wasn't so determined to play it. Because like I like Castle Crashers, but I wouldn't say it was like my favourite game of all time, you know. Same as Zombie Vikings, it's quite fun. It's I don't know if you ever played a game on the PS4. Try to think of the name now. It's got such a weird name. It's called Stick It to the Man. Sounds like a really weird game, and probably a game you would never pay for, but it was one of the early PS4 PlayStation Plus games, and it was actually really good. It's basically like a platformer, but mixed with point and click adventure. So you need to solve puzzles, and basically the idea is that you have like a hand that comes out of your brain, and only you can see it, and you can actually attach yourself to other people's brains, and you can actually read their minds, and you solve the puzzles based on their thoughts. It's really funny and really interesting, and there's some dark themes in it. Like some people, you read their minds and they want to commit suicide and stuff. So, or there's like people that lost their true love, and it's really dark at times. But it's kind of funny. The art style's quite cool. So they made Zombie Vikings. That was their first game. Music in Castle Crashers was phenomenal though. Oh yeah. It's it's got a simple presentation, but it's so cool. I think Castle Crashers came out on the PS4 quite recently as well, didn't it? So I'll need to maybe rebuy it again. I think I even got the PS3 version on PlayStation Plus, because PlayStation Plus for the PS3 was actually pretty cool. PS4 is a bit crappy, because by this point in the lifetime of PS3 they were giving away full games like Far Cry 3 and whatever. They haven't even gave away Far Cry 4. What's up with that, you know? Surely they should have gave away some really old games by now, but for some reason they don't. One thing I'll need to add a lot is windows, but I don't really know what I'm going to do yet for windows. Maybe just put the windows on this wall here, because this is the corridor and this is the other side of the corridor that leads to the parking. So like you come in here, you've got your wee kitchen here, and then your kitchen will be in here. So we'll make the kitchen next time. I don't think we'll get time today, so we'll make the kitchen next time. I don't know how many items we'll have for the kitchen, so it might be a really quick creation. And then after the kitchen we need to make the conference rooms, which will be upstairs. But so far so good, I think. I'll maybe put like another bin over here, I think. These bins are out of sync with my wall. Yeah, put that there. Ta-da! I'll make them look more attractive, don't worry, don't worry. So we've got a nice little dynamic here, I think. So it's just like, because there's a big space here, so I was like, maybe I'd put like more tables, but then I thought, well, maybe it's good so the character can actually run around, and maybe we could put some stuff here, like some stock, or some like chairs that are like stacked up, or some spare tables that are just in the back. And I mean, the door's here, technically it doesn't need to be here. I could easily move the door over there, but I don't think we're actually going to let you go through this door ever. I think it's just going to be a false door. But yeah, you come through here, you go in there, you get into the kitchen. So when you go out here into the hallway, basically over here, there's going to be like a staircase that leads up to the conference rooms above, and the miniature labs as well. So I think next, when we do more of the survival horror stuff next Thursday, Friday, we should get the kitchen done, we should get the conference room done, maybe we'll get a start on the labs, and then barring the corridors, this second building is almost already done, because the second building, it's really not as expansive as the first building. The first building is like the hub area, so it's kind of like you do a lot in the first area, then you do a little bit in the second, you come back, you do more in the first building, you go off to the third building, do a little bit there, come back, do more in the first building again. So it's going to be more like that. Plot twist, I'm the cat. Fire. In a minute I'm going to come back in your room, LBA. Oh my god, you can actually talk. I knew it! I'm not going crazy. I really can hear cats talk. Reminds me a little of Psychonauts. Yeah, something like that. You should definitely play it if you picked it up on PlayStation Plus on PS4 a long time ago. It's worth a go. Or even just watch some clips on YouTube. It's kind of crazy. Deep. Oh yes, very deep. But can you play Castle Crashers 4-player online co-op on PS4? No idea. No idea. Yeah, it came out on the Switch too. The character select for multiplayer is messy on it though. My channel has gaming videos. You may not know the main game. The main game? Is it like a secret game? Really obscure game, maybe? Did you hear about the demo they released today for Dreams? How is that going to work? Time dream shaping, maybe? I don't even know if they have dream shaping in it. I read that they have a little bit of art stream, and they've got a big selection of community dreams to play. So I think it's really just to play, and then maybe they give you like a teaser of things that you can create and things like that. But I'm not going to download it, so I won't really know. Armored Core, you've heard of it? Yes, I have heard of Armored Core. The same developers of Dark Souls. Yes, I know. Daily reminder to mad wash your nabs. That's the one. I thought you were talking about your balls, your nads, but okay, your hands. That works too. Wadmush your nabders. That's the way to go. Now you're both competing for like the weirdest use of the English language. Okay, let me see the time. So I think let me see if there's anything else I can do here just to polish this up a little bit. I think it looks okay so far. So obviously we've got to put some windows in, some more detail on the tables, some extra things here to use up this space. Maybe something a little here as well. But by and large, I think we've got the cafeteria area looking okay, I guess. So I'm going to start to slow down now because I'm getting quite hungry now. I mean, we've been streaming for almost 3 hours now, so I think it's my time. So, well, tomorrow I'm still going to play Dreams levels tomorrow. I'm going to be more selective though, because I keep getting copyright striked for playing people's dreams that have copyrighted music in them. So tomorrow, the dreams that I play, I'm going to carefully research them first. I'm not just going to jump into any random level. So basically, I'm going to play some good levels that you guys send me. I can trust you not to use copyrighted music, right? I'll also play, I'll finish off the Outer Worlds, keep calling it Outer Worlds, Outer Depths. I'll also play some other Media Molecule picks that I haven't quite got around to yet, ones that look quite interesting. And I might even check out some of the entrants for the 30-second jam, because I think the voting ends this weekend. So I might check that out, see what some of you guys have made. So we'll still play Dream stuff on Saturday. I'm still thinking about if I'm going to do that extra stream on Monday. I'm not entirely sure yet, because the idea was on Monday I was going to do the play streams, then Tuesday, Wednesday is the small project, Thursday, Friday survival horror, and then I was going to transform the Saturday streams into basically a stream where we play just to make it themed, to tie in with our game. But I'm happy to like stream Streets of Rage as well, or stream any other game that you want to see. If we stream other games on Saturday, it's not really. I think most people will probably go to Twitch to check out new games. I don't think they'll come to YouTube. But you never know, right? So it's just for fun, just for you guys, really. So I'll just take your suggestions, what you want to see, and we might start that next week. But I need to be more concrete about it. But it means we'll be doing streams from like Monday to Saturday. That's like 6 days. Can you handle 6 days? Can I handle 6 days? Who knows? But I'm going to try and get some videos out next week as well. My idea was that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday might be a good day for videos, because it'll give me a bit more time to get them done. And I'm going to do like reviews, but I'm also going to do like compilation videos. So I'm going to take like a particular topic and just make like top 5, top 10, or the best of this, and check out this. And so if you're getting any like categories you want me to go through Dreams and find, like Alpha Werewolf, he wanted like the top 10 RPG games in Dreams. I made a video about Streets of Rage levels in Dreams because it's kind of relevant. Some Final Fantasy VII stuff, some first person stuff. So if there's any categories you want me to cover, and I'll basically search the tags and I'll play through as many of the categories as I can and try and find like the best of each category, you know. Wash hands and nads. Yeah, that's the best way to go about it. Oh, I just got your friend request there, Stubaka. I'll add that in a moment. Agreed. Wash your hands. Oh, good. Wash your hands and your plums or your cherries. Try Puppet 816. Okay, I'll try that in a moment. Alright, see you tomorrow again. Good luck with the levels in the stream. Yeah, it's going to be good. Thanks for joining, guys. Outer World, Outer Wilds, Outer Depths. I know there's so many outer things. We should just rename this game the Outer Subjects. Try and trend. Oh my god, yes, jam entries. I suppose it's the last opportunity to play the 30-second jam stuff, so... Oh, no buffer. Oh, that's not good. See you later, Stu. Great stream, as always. See you later. When my game is done, can you still stream my game on the next Saturday? I like seeing your reactions to my train wrecks. Whenever we do the play streams, like if I do change it from Saturday, I won't remove the play streams, I'll just move them to like Monday. So you'll still get to see it, but on Monday. Because I stream on the PS4, it's not easy for me to switch games on stream. Like I can't just stream Dreams for an hour and then change the game to something else. I would have to end the stream, start again, so it's a bit frustrating. So I need to be more precise about what I'm going to play. But this week is normal. If there's any changes, I'll let you guys know. Probably tomorrow. But potentially expect a stream the same time on Monday. Potentially, right? If I go ahead with it, of course, but I'll let you know tomorrow. Buffering to the extreme. Well, I guess it's good then that I'm ending now because of your buffering. I'll ask R832 for a collab in a bit. Go for it. Hopefully he doesn't turn you down. That would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? A nightmare grand. Top 10 best Isaac mods. That would be good. Top 10 JD Games songs. I mean, how would I don't know how to choose the top 10. I'll need to leave that one up to you. Top 10 Horrible Dreams games. Now that's a video that has yet to be done. I mean, I might offend those 10 people, but it might be worth it. Top 10 best Daniele games. That'll take me forever to record. There's so many for a video, Swick. I know. I could just like dedicate my whole channel to Terrible Dreams stuff. So let me just rewind, make sure everything's good here. I think we've got a good structure there. So that's the cafeteria. Next week we'll do the kitchen and the conference rooms. So yeah, we're doing good. Where is the Lighthouse Dream Relentless vid? It's basically there. I just need to find time to edit the video and render it. That's it. So it's more or less done. It's just editing. I don't have a lot of time to edit because I'm streaming, so it's hard to find time to edit videos. So I'm trying to find a way that I can make videos more efficiently. Just try and find like really things that are like quicker to make. Because if I need to write like a big script all the time, I'm never going to do it. Because to write a big script, to record it, to edit it, takes a lot of time. So if I do like some shorter scale videos where it's like just clips and then maybe like some dialogue and some presentation, but things that I could make fairly quickly. And then every Friday I do want to make like a bigger video, so like a video that talks about a topic, or it's progress on this project, or a how-to video. I'll do those on Friday because they'll require more effort to make, so I'll need a bit more time to make those. See you, man, great stream and a very fun discussion about food. I know it was the best food discussion we'll ever have. But that's what we should do. That's always a good conversation starter. If you're ever streaming or you're stuck for a conversation with someone, just start talking about food. Everyone loves it. Everyone's got an opinion on it. And they'll just keep going. It's perfect. And nad washing. Yep, nad washing, that's the one. What was the dream called where you threw the guy off the roof? The best animated scene in any game. That's funny, I was actually talking about that the other day, and a lot of people in the stream didn't know what I was talking about. I think that was like an old school stream. Well, it must have been quite a while ago we played that. I can't remember, it was like Hitman or something it was called. I'll need to go back through all my streams and try and find it again. But yeah, that was like the best comedy moment of all time. Right, so I'm going to go get something to eat now before I starve to death. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. If any of you are around tomorrow, we'll play some new Dreams levels. We'll finish off some of the longer ones as well. Check out the 30-second game jam and any other creations that you guys send me. So I'm looking forward to that. So enjoy, and I'll see you then. Bye.